how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you boys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, boys. Welcome back to another wonderful, beautiful live stream. Boys, how are all you doing today? We got more 5v5 1v1 duels on the day. Does anyone know if there's a group made for Ally? If you guys want to make a group for Alliance, you're more than welcome to. I know that Mikey is already prepping a group over for the NA. I'm guessing Mikey usually, it's been a bit since we've done like actual NA live duels. We've done a lot of PTR as of recently. I guess in fact haven't done a lot of the live EU or NA duels in a bit. So I think Mikey is Horde if I remember it correctly, but I could be wrong. How y'all doing? Welcome back to another stream, boys. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day, boys. Let me get the music back up and running. I like this song a lot, dude. This one is a jam. Yeah. I was finishing up food. We actually are streaming on time. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Yo, I gotta take my food. Just put it away because I want to keep it here, and we'll get the duels up and running. So, let me see. Should we just switch the screen to login screen? Is that what we should do? I think so. Just to give you guys something to look at while we get in groups together. Hey, everybody, what's up? Yo, what's up? How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one, man. Hope all of you are having a wonderful, beautiful day, boys. We tried to see if we could do PTR duels this evening. We can't. Because as soon as you start fighting somebody in PvP in your melee class, you get DC'd. After a couple, certain abilities DC you. And not always, but sometimes. So I guess it would work if we just had like a casters only duel. No warriors, no death knights, no pharaohs, no monks, no rogues. Actually, in fact, not a lot of annoying classes that people really hate most of the time. But yeah, I guess that would technically work. You know, was the best made legendary? What is the best to make a legendary? I mean, if you want to make a rank 6 right now before 9-2, just in prep, you can. Or if you just want to wait until, you know, so you can get the price of just rank 7 Lego and then put that together, that could work too. Let me see if this works. Hopefully. Here we are. Boys, we're in. Yo, I need some groups over for the NA duels. Let me take my food away, put my food away, and we'll have a coffee and we'll have our duels. BRB. Alright, we're ready. I think we're good to go. Let me see how we have on the groups. If Chicago is making a group, let Chicago win Horde. I think we should have an alliance group if you guys want to join in on that. And that's still processing. Sad. But what can you really do? Yeah, looking fresh. What's up, boys? Yeah, I did get a haircut yesterday. Dude, yesterday was a crazy day for me, man. I was busy. And I had to find time to get a haircut, and I was also trying to organize the duels together. And then Archie was like, yo, PTR is broken. And for the longest time, all I knew is that I was like, what happened to PTR? He said, PTR is broken. Like specifically, yeah, PTR is just effed. Oh, okay. So I'm like, okay, how effed is it though? So I was like, okay, I need to get somebody on PTR maybe, because I can't get on PTR. So I'm trying to organize whether we're doing duels in PTR or live servers, but I don't know what the bug is on PTR. So I was like, all right, we'll just have to do it live. So we ended up doing live servers instead for EU, which is a lot of fun. I feel like at this point I'm kind of over 9.15. I'm kind of ready for PTR. I'm ready for 9.2 completely. Like, I'm just double Legos tier sets. Oh, I'm all about that at this point. There's so much cool stuff, so much combination. They were like builds that you can do with like all the different setups. Some classes have more builds than others, but there's some really cheesy stuff on to come up. Got 5 Chicago, got 5 boys. Let's go. Got 5 right now. Yeah, Nick, you got a group? Are you with Chicago? Chicago is full right now. Yo, so Mikey got a group. Mikey got 3. Okay, so we need 2 more Hordes for Team Mikey. Team Alliance already got a group. Team Horde, they need a couple more. Rift Farm with the glider. If you guys took up, actually let me post exactly how to join in the duels. I have a copy paste thing here. Retail games or retail games, Brandon Jensen, how you doing, my guy? I hope you're having a good one. Pin the message if you guys want to join in the 5-5 Chicago's Horde. What the Chicago and Zug? What? I thought you were Alliance. Never mind. Apparently I had that one wrong. Okay, I guess there's still opportunity for Alliance groups then. I was wrong. But if you guys want to join the 5-5 1v1 groups over on the NA today, on the live servers, head over to player versus player custom groups, player versus player custom, find a group, top number 5 over the top answer, and you're more than welcome to find one of the groups called themselves 5-5 1v1 duels, maybe with the word Dalaran in there too. You never know, but they usually would be like 5-5 duels groups, more or less. There's no like specific strict naming policy on those things. I just tell them, hey, just have like a 5v5 in there somewhere, so when players look for number 5 in the search, that's all they need to find your group. So Wolfie got a group, needs a +1 over in the Horde, and we got 2 Horde groups worse than each other. I honestly thought Chicago was gonna be an alley, but yo, got a Horde group that quick. Let's go. Does Rev make a comeback tonight? Yo, I'd love to see Rev return. I'd love it. My internet decides to corporate, I'll join. Gunther, more than welcome to my guy. Can you have an Alliance team versus a Horde team, and how? Yes, you can. If somebody puts a group together on Alliance, then we can just queue you guys against one another. Yeah. I can't believe I was waiting this whole day. What's up, Gunther? Hope you enjoy the duels, man. I hope they'll be good. Everybody has a preference of what classes they want to see for 5-5 1v1 duels. Always. But hopefully you guys will see the class you want to see. Can you have an Alliance team? Yeah, I can. Hopefully we'll have like a bit of variety. Hopefully we'll have some classes we haven't seen in a while. Maybe some potentially builds and plays of a risky variety. We had some really risky plays yesterday. Thoughts on Seavark? Seavark is a fantastic boy. I have nothing bad to say about Seavark. Why? Did Seavark get into some kind of drama recently? Thoughts on Seavark? I'm out of the loop if there is any kind of drama with Seavark. He's a really nice boy. He joins duels on a regular. He plays a lot of Arcane. He sticks to his guns on that one. So that's about all I know. Sorry about that. We got a +1 for Team Mikey, boys. We're good to go. Over on Team Horde. Others are chilling. I got my coffee. It's basically not hot anymore, but kind of like my coffee cold anyway. Like iced coffee. I'm a fan of that. I just like being able to drink coffee and not burning my tongue and my lips and my taste buds all together. Nike needs a +1 over in the Horde, boys, if you guys want to join in. As soon as we got 2 groups of them, we can just spam queue them back to back to back. We got the boys in here. I was really excited to get some PTR duels going, boys, because I know a lot of you love PTR. It's a lot of fun on there. Plus, AU and NA can play one another. It's super awesome. It's amazing. But hopefully with the 9-2, we'll be able to get quite a lot more boys in for both Team NA and Team EU. And also, eventually in 9-5, we'll be able to play a Alliance and Horde together. So making groups should be a lot easier, because if you just open up a group, you make sure that you have your cross-faction thing enabled, so that you can have boys from either faction join in. That's going to be so much fun, man. That's going to be so good. I'm legit excited about that update. I'm actually going to probably swap a couple of my characters to Lightforged Renai or others. Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. I can't wait to diversify my alts a lot more, because then I can still play with my guilds and I can still do my keys and all that other stuff. I got 5, let's go. We got 3 more now. Reverence is making a group over in Alliance. If you guys want to join a Team Alliance, we got Reverence over with a 5-man or a 3-man, trying to get +2 more to make a group. Mikey and Chicago otherwise have a group also as well. Let me get you guys in here. Chicago, and Mikey. Wow. Let's go, boys. I'm actually going to stop randomizing arenas just to make sure we don't get that 12 run arena ever. I'm gonna randomize it myself. You guys won't know what we get, but Black or Cold is one I like. Hell yeah. Wow, Arena's a wiki. Here we go, just so I can pull them up. I'm not gonna have them completely random because Toveron is way too big of an arena, man. It's not worth. See, plus Chicago, yo, both of us have kind of not in a bad way, but they kind of have it out on each other. You know what I mean? Like both of them are just trying to fight one another, and it's like a bit of a matchup because Seawork doesn't like to lose, and he likes to play as the best of a game as he can. And then Chicago, on the other hand, is an enhanced shaman, which is a hard counter to our mage. So it's a little bit of a back and forth between the two. It's super fun. Let's talk about overrun. It's not a bad arena for 3v3. It's just way too big for 1v1s. It ends up I'm not a big fan of that arena for 1v1s. I find it kind of boring to watch. I feel like a lot of the classes with high mobility end up using the pillars way too easily. It just isn't super balanced, and I felt that way for the longest time. You 3 more in alliance? Let's go, boys. Unless you guys want Toveron, man. We can do Toveron if you guys really want it. If you guys really want Toveron that badly, we can have Toveron as well. You know what I mean? Alright, switch. Is it gonna be, yo, in your business as a survival hunter? Gonna be first up versus Dalaran. Not playing elemental, instead playing enhancement, popping off the earth elemental immediately. This is gonna be trying to see if he can maybe get a setup onto in your business. Who's gonna get in his business? Getting the stun up with the shackles of malediction after. Potentially maybe a sunder for Dalaran. Does go for a sunder. No stun totem to follow. It's gonna be a totem down. I think it was a counter-strike totem, but it's gonna be eliminated by in your business. Drinking out of Dalaran, out of the freezing traps, and maybe the shaman has put himself in a position where he might lose, but actually being burst on in your business as the survival hunter does dip low in health. Is gonna get himself as much self-healing as possible, trying to see if he can camo out of there. Dalaran catching up on all the health. Plenty of maelstrom, plenty of damage. Got those wind strikes, and it's going to be turtle shell for in your business. Needs to find a way to trap a Dalaran or do something about it. Trying to keep him in place. Freezing the earth elemental, not perfect into a feigned death. Does give him a little bit of a defensive, but the lightning bolts and the storm strikes are going to end up taking them out. With Sensei charging out next, and Gaming Kipek, my man. Down, my man. I do, my dude. Galvin getting hit with the legs. Going to be big. Spinning crank with a fist of fury, locking him down, dropping down the capacitor totem to discharge as Sensei blasting those fists into the face of that shaman, but just couldn't quite get. You can't control capacitor. If only you could get capacitor like proc earlier, right? Get it to be a fastest CC. Leg sweep onto Sensei. He is an orc though, so he's going to be able to port out of there, not sitting stun long at all. It is still DR from the capacitor earlier. WAP, I guess? WAP? Windwalker OP? OP. I guess we'll call him OP, actually, yeah? Because it's Windwalker OP. It's going to be up next. Trying to go for the leg sweep lockdown with his win. Going to be Fist of Fury flying from Fist of Fury. Both of them are blasting each other. Going to be a knockdown by Sensei as Windwalker OP charging in there with that jab. Looks like he's not thinking of maybe chasing after Sensei. Letting him get a bit of a reset. As both of them have flesh crafts. In cap onto OP, BDB down, gonna be a leg sweep, immediate trinket with a port as Sensei trying to see if he can change, but looks like as soon as he sees that Windwalker OP blasted it out of there completely, got himself out of there, he's just gonna go for a reset. Send in the images, but he's just looking for a reset himself. And maybe he's gonna be now playing defensive, so maybe they're just basically having a go at one another. I'll have a go, then you'll have a go, then he'll have a go, then he'll have a go. But Windwalker OP does not have a trinket anymore, so maybe that's what Sensei is backing up out of there. Because he knows after a minute later, he's going to be able to have a go and no wait for Windwalker OP to break out of it at all. So I think that's why he's feeling confident into this duel in particular. As OP looking for a bit of a reset, so is Sensei. He's the one who has a flesh count. Windwalker OP should have a bit of a flesh count, but I don't think nearly as big of a fleshy though. We're going to switch out the mix. That's not a bad song, but I feel like it doesn't fit the duels mix. Not really. This one, on the other hand, is a different story. OP has, I think, a flesh cuff still, or maybe just waned off through auto attacks. Going to be big lockdown by Sensei. Waited out that minute for a burst, and it's going to be just all in onto Windwalker OP. Taking him out. He knew as soon as he got a trinket out of him, he was able to take him out fairly quickly. Wolfie is going to be up next. Not using Ghost Tools, just actually he didn't use Ghost Tools yet. It's going to be playing Ascendance. So that's going to be interesting. Using the Thunder Charge, I believe it's called, to get cooldown reduction. I believe it's called Thunder Charge. I could be wrong. Big Ascendance Burst coming out for Wolfie. Should be able to get unparried with those wind strikes. I believe the auto attacks don't get parried either, do they? Sensei using the totems left by Wolfie to try to see if he can get out of there. He's using those jabs in order to move around, trying to see if he maybe juke away from the shaman. Sunder by Wolfie as he's looking to get next to Sensei. Looking to maybe lock him down. Sensei just generating plenty of chi from that Earth Elemental. And it's going to be giving Wolfie a little bit extra defense to work with. Capacitor Totem dropping in, but Sensei rolling out of there. Looking for a reset himself. Leaving a ring of boopity bop to boop Wolfie away. And it's going to be really down to the monk choosing when he wants to fight Wolfie. Immediate trinket for that Lexi. Going to be the counter-strike totem. Sensei, if he sticks around next to the totem, he's going to end up doing damage to himself. It looked like he took damage to the totem and then bailed out of there anyway. Gonna be a little bit of Shackles Malediction onto Wolfie. Trying to see if he maybe can go for the Venti or Teleport Burst Thunder onto Sensei as it drops in a defensive for Diffuse Magic. Trying to get a full Flash Scapt up and running. Gonna be a short interrupt for Wolfie at the last second of the Flash Scapt, and Sensei should still be able to survive this for a bit. I think he channeled Flash Scapt, we just can't see that Flash Scapt around him yet. Is that what's going on? I think that might be the case, because this South ain't going nowhere. Wolfie trying to see if he can catch back up, get himself a little bit of healing, rolling, dropping down the healing totem to MP Seals. Again, Sensei taking down these totems. I think he understands that these totems are going to give Wolfie not only more healing, but also healing buff. Capacitor totem coming down. Sensei actually takes a second to take it out. Gonna be Wolfie dropping even more totems, and those totems are actually continuously getting killed by Sensei. He gets plenty of chi out of them, but he's just, I guess, focusing on totems, making sure there's no utility for Wolfie, whether it is Wind Fury, whether it is anything. Wolfie sending out Ghost Wolves. The Wolves are unable to stay on Sensei, though. He rolls out of there completely. Literally moves to another zip code with a dragon kick and a roll. And he's just waiting for his coolness to be back up. Full BDB burst onto Wolfie. He is an Orcs. He's not going to be sitting still. So going big. Rising Sun Kick with the one Dragon Punch. Wolfie's in a bad spot. Needs to go for big healing. Does have the Maelstrom to keep himself rolling, though. Sunder for Sensei. Does not have a stun to follow him. There's going to be Zoan. Images. Sensei still has a lot of pressure available. With a Karma, Wolfie's out of mana completely, but is living on the wall. Getting interrupted on Shadow. Should be able to cast Nature Spells, but he doesn't have the mana for it. Counter-Strike Totem. Back to Sensei. Going to take a bit of damage from the Counter-Strike. Looks like he eliminates the Counter-Strike and rolls out of there immediately. Sensei still continued to put pressure onto Wolfie. Has Wolfie in super low health. It's gonna land a touch of death at the very, very end. Just get out of there. Not Furry charging out. Why is the name Not Furry? That's a Demon Hunter. In cap onto Not Furry as he elongates himself. I love how doesn't it something with the animations whenever you get trapped or in-capped by Monk Paralysis? And some of the wonkiness and the stretchiness of Demon Hunters is just hilarious to see. Stun onto Sensei as a do pop a Ford Brew. A big defensive here with a shield on top of it, as they don't have a lot of defenses of their own. Lexi onto Not Fury. I think he's hoping to get a trinket out of him. Not going to be getting a trinket out of the Demon Hunter. Going to be an I-Beam as the Demon Hunter's not giving Sensei a lot of breathing room. Just continue the pressure. Continue to not let him go anywhere. Not Fury is going to get in-capped yet again. In-cap. Prison onto Sensei around the corner. Does Not Fury have maybe a stun to follow? He just wants to be on top of Sensei. Sensei doesn't go anywhere with that board. He thought he would go places. It's going to be a ring of peace. It's going to be trinket out with Not Furry. Again, able to stay on him for the most part. Interrupted him on a Flesh Cap. Sensei waiting for some cooldowns available. Does he have a leg sweep here? He does not have leg sweep. Does get the images, but I think it might be over him. And Not Furry does end up taking him out. With Benny the Jet going to be up next. Trying to jet it over. Taking Rock Furry out. What the? Wait, why is Windwalker OP out here? Oh, Windwalker OP, I think, wanted to come back just to watch the duels. But I don't think he was trying to play. But the Rogue, I guess, got 2 kills? Weird, but I guess it works. What's his name? OFQ. Q. I guess we got a Q over here versus Benny. Dude, Benny's so aggressive. Look how aggressive he's just going from one guy to the next to the next. He's just going super aggressive, not looking for reset, just going in full defensive, popped off, and just maximizing damage, maximizing the shadow strikes he's getting. Quick blind onto Q. As Q trinkets out of it. Next time could be pretty deadly for the Paladin. Does have Blessing Protection and Bubble. Does Benny have a way out of it, though? This man's so aggressive, he already burned Vanish. I think he burned Vanish just to get a 100% crit chance. Stun into Benny. It looks like Q is going to end up taking him out with a big cleave as a Necrolord. Wow, 8 minutes passed. We down to Q on team 2, and we got Chicago TKO over on team 1 as an Orc Shaman. I like that Mog a lot. I like the weapons too. They're massive. They're just humongous. It's going to be Q not letting Chicago get a lot of a break here. Just going to get aggressive, taking the momentum away from the Rogue onto the Shaman. Just doesn't want to give him a chance at all. Chicago's got to start playing this a little more defensive, playing that Elemental Wolf build. Or rather Raptor, since that's the pets that they summon. and is going to be able to at least get a lot of Maelstrom. Going to be Q landing us on Chicago, trying to go for the big procs. The Necrolord not getting the big Divine Storm procs, still holding on to Bubble as well as Blessing of Protection in order to be able to survive the damage on Chicago. Bubble definitely going to do work. Blessing of Protection is going to get purged out pretty quickly, but still you do have at least some sort of immunity to melee physical attacks for a bit. Sorta, kinda. Shield Divine itself for Q, setting up a big gavel versus Chicago. Could potentially maybe be a stun. Does Q have a big go? That is still Shield Avengers on him. Wants to get that shield to pop next to Chicago, but Chicago's not letting that happen. It is going to be popping away as Ghost Raptors are going to be eating at that shield. Fleshcraft interrupted. Next auto is going to give you wings. Could be potentially huge damage. Does Chicago trick it? They do. Do they use it right here though? Looks like Q does not have the burst yet, or maybe you just tried to set up instead of using damage burst abilities. Definitely needed some kind of a setup in order to maximize the damage and just couldn't have a go to immediately. Chicago with a Fleshcraft getting rebuked by the Paladin, but the Paladin now puts himself out in the open. Chicago does not have a lot of mana. I don't know how they're on Maelstrom, but definitely don't have a lot of mana. And Q needs himself a bit of a reset. It needs to generate a lot of resources with the Holy Power. Go for as many Word of Glory to try to see if you can recover. We are at 10 minutes into the duel, 31% dampened. Ghost Raptors join in. There goes the bubble SQ. Starting to feel the pressure, starting to feel the ramp up, the sustain from the Raptors, from Chicago. And Q no longer has any major defensives. Needs to go for wings and get himself as much self-healing as possible. Drinking for Chicago with a Thunder. Q can be in a bad spot. Do they go for Word of Glory? Looks like Chicago ends up taking him out. That's a lot of Shamans on both teams, by the way. 2 Shamans on one on the other. And Sensei with 3 kills, Benny with the 2, just kind of getting in there, jetting in, and just blasting as many people as he can back to back to back. That Rogue's out Bloodlust. Yeah, that Rogue's out for Bloodlust for certain. Alrighty, boys, let's get another open running, yeah? Let's see if maybe we can get a group with Rev over on Team Alliance, but otherwise, Chicago, Michael, let me know when you guys are ready. We can get you guys back in here. Hey, we're doing today. What's up, Celtic? How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having good, my man. What's watching yesterday's stream and just realized you're live? What's up, my guy? Yeah, we're live. This is no, this is pre-recorded. Bro, I've actually had some people tell me, yo, this is not a real stream. This is pre-recorded, right? I was like, yeah, sure. It's weird. I don't know how I would be able to make a pre-record. I guess you could technically pre-record interactions because there is gaming pancake that pops into chat from time to time with the Dal, my man. So you could take some of the things that happen on a regular, some of the names that we usually get in the streams, and just like randomly place them as like, yo, what's up? Insert name here, right? And maybe like fool somebody. I don't know why anyone would do that. Alrighty, boys, let me know how we're doing with groups. Chicago, let me know when you are ready. Rev, let me know when you're ready as well. Hope you're having good, by the way, gaming. How you doing, my guy? Yo, you excited about 9.2, my dude? Dude, I don't know what I'm more excited about at this point. I don't know if I'm more excited about 9.2 or 9.2.5 at this point. I am so excited to play some Alliance characters, man. I'm legit excited. Привет, мужик, здорово, game, здорово, дорога, Glamadruk. Hello, my guy. Hope you're having a good one, my man. You want Chicago group? Yo, we need +1 boys over on Team Horde. If you guys want to join in the 5v5 1v1 groups, we got here for the day over for the Team NA, Team North America. We got ourselves groups in the LFG. If you guys look it up and play versus player, premier group, custom PvP, find a group with the number 5, enter it. So you gotta do in the search. And there we go. Looks like Chicago got a 5-man ready to go. There we are, boys. Let's get it up in here. Yeah, excited about Project and that too. Yeah, that should be pretty cool. Are you gonna play yours as a Necrolord? Or are you gonna try something different like Ventier or maybe even Nightfade? Because Nightfade should be a lot better. I might just go back to Nightfade because that should be pretty decent. The strength buff is like 20% strength buff. Perma. It's actually kind of giga. I know Necrolord is like really bursty, really good, but 20% strength buff permanently, bro. Well, at least for Unholy, I know it can be 20% strength perma. Unholy, definitely. Blood DK, definitely. Frost, I think basically 20% strength buff, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but it seems really good. Let's do this, boy. What's up, Celtic? Yeah, dude. Yeah, bud. I've been watching you play out. Let's just be a fight. How's it looking for 9-2? It's looking pretty good. Looking very good. Let me see what arena we go for. Let's do the good old yeah, let's do that one. I'm gonna try not randomizing these arenas. I'm gonna try to get specific arenas for you, but it'll be random for you guys. What about healers 9-2, bro? None of the healers are really looking bad. I'm not a healer main, to be fair, right? Not a healer to be main, so I don't know them in that kind of detail. Like I won't be able to tell like what's gonna be the best healer for World First. But none of the healers really seem bad. From Holy Priest to Disc Priest. Some of the tier sets I personally am not a fan of. Like I would have loved a more in-depth interaction with the Holy Priest tier set, like the chastise. I would have loved in PvP if they, because it's supposed to be 60% more effective. I would have loved it applied to the CC effect. That would have been insane. But you know they got like B-res and stuff, so you are still going to be impactful. This Priest tier set, I think it's kind of okay. It plays into more of their damage healing aspect of Atonement. Holy plays into the Holy Words and cooldown reduction on those, which I think is good on its own. I like the Residue one. I thought I wouldn't enjoy Residue tier set, but it lets you go Damie and the tier set lets you heal. It's really good. I think it gives you more hybrid opportunities. The Monk one I think is pretty boring, but it's effective. I mean, more throughput is more throughput, you know? But besides that, I think the Paladin and the Shaman one, switch, are probably some of the strongest. Belcher are going to be next up. First up, actually, for the Team 1 versus Wolfie. Big ascendance out of the Shaman, missing that Thunder. Going to be a big old wreck out of Bellator. As he's taking a bit of damage, going to be leaping away. Big wind strikes back to back. Is going to walk up next to the Earth Elemental in Regeneration, snagging some healing from it with a Bloodthirst. Going to be Wolfie with Shackles of Malediction. Belcher is going to have a lot of his health denied for a while, as Wolfie is at least out of seam in terms of birds. Belcher backing up out of there as a Night Fae, backing away, bailing back. And is looking to maybe recuperate some resources, recuperate for a bit of damage. Hasn't used his knockdown as a Night Fae, I don't think yet, but I could be wrong in that one. Counter-Strike Totem down. Wolfie is going to be able to get a lot of the karmic damage back to Bellator. As it does damage to Wolfie, he's going to end up getting zapped up, but the Counter-Strike Totem does eliminate it. Definitely should have a heroic throw for it every single time. I don't think that thing should have a lot of cool hell. Going to be that knockdown with a Night Fae. Aftershock, Wolfie kind of standing into it. If Bellator can keep Wolfie in the Aftershock, that's going to be extra rage, extra damage will build up that rage for Bellator to get more raging blows, as well as rampages. And just keeps the pressure rolling. Just how much of Wolfie at least is denied from the Maelstrom generation. Wolfie getting kind of low though. Ooh, Big Shade Harvest puts Bellator super low in health. Sundoor to Bellator. Needs someone to get out of here. Needs himself a little bit of healing. Gonna be Wolfie running his back, not letting him go anywhere. Zapping him as the lightning bolt courses right through the armor, frying the boy on the inside. Gonna be Kaio up next as a Shadow Priest versus Wolfie trying to get some CC rolling. Hey! What's up, Temjin? How you doing, my man? Yo, okay, we got a hashtag Temjin in chat, boys, for that donut of 3 bones. What's up, my boy? Hope you're having a good one. What's up, y'all? What's up, my guy? Hope you're having a wonderful evening, Temjin. As Wolfie is getting pressured by Kaya. Kaya just got a floating over to him menacingly, trying to get a couple of Mind Blasts in, getting the dots rolling. Wolfie has a lot of interrupts already. He does not have Grounding Totem, so maybe they could send him back against some of the casters for Team 1. I guess really Kaya, unless he got Chicago as a caster, which honestly he probably should. Greater Fate for Kaya, trying to get a heal, gonna be Wolfie landing the interrupt. Kaya could be in big trouble, needs to go for Disperse as soon as possible. Actually, I think trying to deny Disperse, giving Disperse to Wolfie, that easily is gonna be PI. Together with Vampiric Embrace, is super low in health, gonna be a stun to Wolfie with Siphon. Does he need to go for Disperse? Trying not to, silence on Wolfie, could be really bad for Wolfie, super low in health, Mind Flay is still flying at him. As a good item as it was, a Siphon around the corner, also reducing a lot of the healing from Wolfie. But because we haven't hit into the dampening just yet, Wolfie's still able to get a lot of healing, man. Shamans are going to be giga in the next patch as well. Double leg him with this much healing? Are you crazy? Are you kidding me? And the lightning bolts they do too as a Necrolord? Scary, man. Alien Blast too? Jeez, man. It's going to be a hell of a game. Hell of a game. Kaya dropping down the Magus to the Dead. He's trying to blast out Wolfie. Gonna be that Counter-Strike Totem. I think blasting Kaya. The stun missing. And it's gonna be Kaya trying to see, still trying to swing around the corner. Wolfie catches up a little bit of Maelstrom, has a bit of mana, and is able to top himself off basically. Stun by Kaya as they do get onto a Vampiric Embrace. Gonna be Shackles of Malediction. Could go for a Massive Spell. Exactly what they do. Not gonna be an interrupt on a Wolfie. Gonna go for Ascendance as soon as Kaya's Greater Fate is gone. And Wolfie not really feeling accidentally hit somebody else and then Shade harvested their whole team, but Kaya's still taking damage. Gonna be dispersed onto Kaya. As I'm just trying to survive this. Oh my goodness. Yo, can we get a hashtag pancake in chat, man? For the 5 bows, thanks for all the content down, my man. Have a good one, bro. Yo, gaming, always happy to have you here, my guy. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Fear onto Wolfie. Kaio trying to give himself a bit of healing. Do they get a heal? Could be an interrupt on Wolfie. Kaio's just on the last leg, unless he gets some kind of CC. Onto Wolfie to give himself a bit of a break. It's gonna be tough. Wolfie not interrupting it. I think he's trying to make sure he doesn't get juked. Gonna be the Counter-Strike Totem as the Siphon joins in. Gonna be the Mages joining as well. Kaio might have the Counter-Strike Totem if the land decided. Might be hitting them. Actually, it looks like the Counter-Strike Totem will attack the pets. He'll attack Kevin Slime. So I guess eventually could kill the pets from the Shadow Priest. But at least that pet damage doesn't transfer back to the Shadow Priest, which is good. Kaio is still extremely low in health. Greater Fate for a second. No interrupt by Wolfie. Looks like he missed it. It's going to be Kaio trying not to get CC'd. Going to be that Venter CC for a second, but Kaio recovered a little bit of health. That's going to be... Vampiric Embrace was able to top him off a little. Does have Void Eruption available. Void form is up. Kaio is still at no health whatsoever. Still just hovering low. No interrupt on a Wolfie just yet. Trying to go for Chain Harvest. Kaio, how are you still alive? Kaio! How are you alive? Fear onto Wolfie. This is trying to see if he can Shadow Crash it, but no health whatsoever. Wolfie just needs one more interrupt. Gonna be the slow by the Siphon. The eliminate Siphon. There's gonna be Shadow Fiend joining in as well. Kaio, how? Disperse! He's got Disperse back! Just don't get interrupted on Shadow and you'll be okay. He actually don't get interrupted on Shadow Thunder. This is good. Not an interrupt. Kaio can still live this. Has Greater Fate. That's why he's getting aggressive with his cast. He's trying to get a kick out of him. He's trying to get the kicks out of Wolfie. Get kicked on a Shadow, Greater Fate immediately. He's immune to it, and then just keeps damaging Wolfie. He actually has Wolfie on the ropes. I think Kaio can actually return and come back from this one. 5 minutes of the duel. Actually, almost 6. It's going to be Capacitor to Counter-Strike Totem down. Kaio does need to eliminate it. Trying to get a cast on Wolfie. It's going to be juked, interrupt, stun onto Wolfie. Does Kaio have anything to follow? Trying to shut him in. At least able to recover a little bit of healing. Just some strikes are blasting him though. Might need to go for Disperse. Super low in health. Does go for Disperse. Especially as Ghost Wolves come out. Well, it's going to be a wall out of Wolfie. Siphon shoots slow Wolfie down. Kaio eats a lightning bolt to the face. But at least in Disperse, he's able to reduce the damage great. Wolfie looking for a bit of a reset. Trying to recuperate some mana. Sunder into Kaio. Still in trouble. Still in bad spot. Tricking for Wolfie out of the fear. Silenced by Kaio. No interrupt for Wolfie for a second. Does he have a stun or anything? He's still so low. Trying to heal. Oh no. Oh, he took that cast. He took that kick. How are you doing this? Gonna be a stun by Wolfie. Kaio trickets out of it. Trying to heal himself some more. Gonna be the Siphon. Could maybe go for a Shadow Fiend as well. Check his malediction. Stun into Wolfie. Into Void Eruption with PI. Wolfie heals up to full. He got full mana. That's gonna be full. Ascendance. Kaio needs something. Anything right now. He's just under so much pressure. Oh my god. I was rooting for that Shadow Priest, man. I thought that guy would... I was rooting for the Priest. That was so clutch. Oh my goodness. Yo, Wolf did insane. Wolfie did great, man. He played it really, really well. But the Shadow Priest, man, he was playing against all odds. And he was getting close too. I thought he could actually win. Sped is going to be up next. Leaping away. Trying to see if he can maybe leap around and charge over to Q. He's still looking for a bit of a reset. As a Necrolord palette. Yo, that Mog looks good with that weapon to him. The weapon is a bit of red. I wish it had a bit of green instead. Gonna be Reflect for Sped in case there's a Hodge out of Wolf out of Q. And Sped just trying to keep himself afloat. Gonna be a Necrolord shield down for the Cow and Fear onto Q. Is he gonna go for a reset slash cap? Yep. That's exactly what he's gonna go for. That's exactly what he's gonna go for. Warbreaker onto Q. Speed, trying to get a charge over Q. Better go for a bubble. Super low on health. He's gonna go for a battle master chicken. Stun onto Speed. Trying to go for damage of his own. Gonna be a huge burst down onto Speed, but looks like he has to back up out of it immediately. He tried to get some burst of Speed, so saw that he was like, wait, my damage isn't doing anything. And Q was able to recover behind the pillar quite a lot of health. Blaze Storm out of Speed as he gets hit with a Hodge. Or maybe it was a Stormbolt onto Q that he triggered it. I think that might have been that. Oh, what the? It looks like Q just knocked him out of the park like a baseball. That man just went, they just went for a home run. That didn't look like a leap. It looks like he just like sent it to the outfield. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Q absolutely decimated that guy. But the Warrior played really, really well. It's a paladin. He had him so close to the bubble. Like if Q only pressed bubble, the Warrior would have definitely had him. But Q believed in his own self-healing. Especially since dampening wasn't super high up. Gonna be the big red Earth Elemental joining in for Chicago as they're trying to see if they can fight through Q. Just had to deal with Q the other match. And Q is actually getting a bit of pressure on Chicago. But the Shaman is running into this with a lot of mana. Plenty of Maelstrom. Ghost is joining in with a Lightning Bolt Elemental build. Actually, no. Maybe not Lightning Bolt Elemental build, but rather like Wolf build? Because they're not really playing... Chicago isn't really playing Elemental Blast or anything. Big damage to the Q. Might be in trouble. Delta Wings is going to be using a lot of the holy power to maintain their health bar. The Wings was only a proc though, and it's not going to be seeing real Wings for a while. Bubble coming out, and there's going to be no way for Chicago to stop it. Q is going to try to build some holy power off of Chicago. Is going to stop in their tracks, get himself a little bit of flashlight, and Chicago recuperates a full flesh cap. Charging back in there, knows the need to put some pressure onto Q, not let him out of the side. Chicago is playing with this duel with a full trinket wall and everything available. With Ghost joining in as well, it's going to be a lot of Maelstrom. And Q, oh, it looks like Chicago is playing Elite Blast. I didn't realize. I thought they were playing like something else. But does have a big Lightning Bolt set up with that Primordial. Potentially big damage. Big Elite Blast again. And Q getting taken out with Chicago using minimal defenses to fight that guy. It's going to be Not Fury, Delement, as well as Windwalker OP. Up next, it looks like Windwalker OP is going to be up next versus Chicago. Flash crafting. And Chicago's still holding on to their own flash craft. We'll see how things go. As Windwalker OP looking for a bit of a reset behind the pillar. Chicago getting hit with a BDB, going to be a jab out of Windwalker. Rolls out of the capacitor totem. I didn't realize Chicago dropped the capacitor totem. That does interrupt OP's damage. And it's going to be Chicago still getting blasted by the Fist of Fury. Go for the Battlemaster's Trinket. Or maybe just Orc Racial. I think there's got to be a Battlemaster's Trinket in there. There's no way. Gonna be dropping in a big Primordial Blast. Could be a big Lightning Bolts on the Windwalker OP. If you can get some kind of huge damage on the Windwalker OP, big Elite Blast, but it's gonna be reversed as the Karma back to Chicago, and Windwalker taking that Karma damage, popping off images, sundered by Chicago, just to give himself a bit of a breather. Once the Karma is gone, Windwalker might actually be exposed. Chicago has definitely pretty big blast damage, but it's gonna be actually under so much duress, so little health, and it's gonna be taken out with a touch of death. Man, that was rough. Sensei, last one left over for the team one, letting Windwalker OP get himself a full reset. Faking, yeah. I have no idea, yeah. That is good. I'll show it in chat in a bit. Windwalker went to sleep. Unfortunate. Good speed, dude. That Shadow Priest was insane. Chicago, let's go. Yeah, Chicago did the very best versus Windwalker OP, man. Actually, I thought Chicago was going to be able to get it. If only they had like another Elite Blast or another Lightning Bolt proc with Primordial or something. I think that would have done the trick, but getting caught out, a low Maelstrom and no mana at all. There's only so much you can do. Dampening is definitely ramped up quite a bit. We're going to be big to be. Sensei trying to shrink it out of that Incap, but might just go down. Oh my goodness. That missed trinket on Incap instead of leg sweep. Timing that was going to be of utmost importance. Not Fury is going to be up next. Never gotten a demon proc last duel, did he? Wait, didn't he beat Sensei last time when they dueled each other? Going to be Zuen joining in. Sensei knows he wants to get some biggie damage. Going to be tricking out of that stun by the Demon Hunter as Not Fury backs out over there for a second. Another stun into Sensei, making sure to maintain the immolation aura blur for this Karma, just trying to blur a lot of this damage. And Sensei popping off big defense is going to be that imprisoned as he's trying to roll out of it, not letting the monk go anywhere. And Not Fury should have the mobility to stay with that monk at all times. Incap onto Not Fury. And it's going to have the demon breaking that incap. So he has a way to break out of CC with those demons. It's actually kind of nuts. Big port out of Sensei in the middle of the arena. Not Fury trying to see if he can catch back up, using his vengeful retreat just to get back closer to Sensei. Big I-beam with a charge right through. Blade Dance to follow. And Sensei is going to be seeing a trick it out. Not Fury going to be a flash guard interrupted immediately as he stops his own Fist of Fury. Sensei trying to back up out of it. Does not really have a way to deal with Not Fury. Trying to see if he can charge towards Sensei. Does hit him, but the Ring of Boopity Bop does knock him back. Blade Dance, and he's just kind of, where is he? He disappeared for a second in that hit cap. Sensei's still extremely low. I think Not Fury can still take him out. Oh my goodness, Demon Hunter, man. Look at this guy. Taking down monks. Wolfie with 2. Shadow Priest almost lived. Red Pally knocked the warrior out of the park. Chicago came back for it. And then the Demon Hunter over on Team 2 finished the job. Let's get another one rolling, boys. Yeah, let's get another open running. It's Reverence of a 5-man over an Alliance. So we can get a bit of variety here. If you got same groups, we got same groups. But if you got maybe Reverence with the group, Yo, let's get them in there. Is that what's wrong with the world these days? What do you mean? Market boys back. How we doing? What's up, Marcel? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my guy. Hope you're having a good one, my dude. How many duels are we at? 220, right? 223, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, 228. Yeah, I'm gonna need to render out all these duels, and I think next week's duels all in once, and I want to find a way to like clear my hard drive of all the audio and potentially all the video of the season 2 PvP stuff before the patch 9.2, because I think it'd be kind of nice to start fresh with EU duels and NA duels instead of naming them like duel number 385 to like 1, you know, do a level squish for those things. Go Lions versus Chicago because I'm playing one more and leaving. I want to have a chance otherwise. Playing for sure. Hell yeah. We got Chicago, we got Mikey, and I think we still have Reverence with only 3, right? Yeah, if you guys, RM and Reverence, if you guys got a team, 5-man team, 5-man squad over in the Alliance, I can get you guys in. 9.2 is getting so close now. Yeah, it's actually so good. It's in a little over a week. On the, what is it? We're gonna have Tuesday 15th, and then 22nd is the day. It's getting pretty close, boys. Just a couple of more days. We got a Sunday day off, Monday, hanging around with the boys. Tuesday, probably doing some PTR stuff, maybe Monday as well, PTR stuff. And then we're just gonna be watching and pay attention closer to any of the class buffs, nerfs. Class buffs and class nerfs. Got 4 now? Alright, Mikey, I can wait a second. Yeah, if everyone's got a full group, then we'll be good to go. I wonder what they'll do for 10-0. I think they might do a 10-0 announcement. I think sometime after we kill Jailer. I won't be surprised if there's maybe some kind of like a teaser around the time when we kill the Jailer. And then maybe some of the 10-0 stuff might leak its way into 925. Yo, like some players, what's up? So doing something, my man. We're doing some duels over on the NA today. Unless you have an NA character, I don't know if you'll be able to join us. What's up, dude? We're trying to get some PTR duels this evening, but PTR is bugged. It is actually effed. And by effed, I mean fricked. What I mean is, whenever you auto attack somebody or use certain abilities as a melee character, sometimes I'll like slice and dice while I'm fighting somebody and I'll DC. Or I'll blade brush and I'll DC. Or G-Funk was harpooning me and DC'd, flank check would DC him, and then grenades could DC him. Certain abilities, but only for melee classes. So then those would have been pretty good for like casters. So I guess we could have had a caster only, BS Monster Hunter only duels, which would have been interesting. But it was kind of, yeah, kind of weird. We need an Alliance, we need 2 more over here. All right, Brandon, we need 2 more Alliance, boys. If you guys know somebody on Alliance who wants to join in the 5-5 1 duels, this is where your time to ask your boys, like, yo, we need a couple more 5-5s, join up. You know, it'll be fun. You know what I mean? Let's get Chicago and Mikey back in here again, since they're ready. And we're going to go with the arena of... We'll do with this one. We'll go with this one. We'll go with this one. I like this one a lot. I don't know why I like Hook Point as much as I do. I know, I think it's because of the Port City look. Because I live in a port. Yikers, only you here? Yeah. I know. I wanted to get some PTR ones though, boys. I wanted to. Let me get Stardust right here, and I'll go get water, okay? Okay, switch. Let me get water. Hopefully we'll get a team 2 filled out. Yeah, let me get water. Oh. What the? Hold on. How would you get that name? What the? We got ourselves Delement versus Cow. I don't know how you got that name, but there's that. We got ourselves Cow with a shield of vengeance popping off wings with a chicken already. Delement is going to be going for a big old Chain Harvest versus Cow is a popping off defensives, everything but a bubble. Will they still have to give up bubble? They have nothing left, really. Big heals is the only thing that's keeping them afloat here right now. As Dalaran continues with the pressure, we're still missing somebody over in Team 2. Hopefully they're just loading in. But maybe, just maybe, they'll be able to join in just a moment notice. Cow is playing as a Necrolord Paladin, so he's trying to do the very, very best that he can in order to keep himself afloat. Dalaran, though, not doing bad either. I was gonna say not doing super good because all his cooldowns are down. He doesn't really have an answer for Cow. And Cow playing the Paladin most likely is playing the Vengeance Aura. At least it's not the PTR Vengeance Aura. I think I'll pay. You think so? Dalaran trying to keep the Maelstrom flowing, but he's sitting on cooldowns that won't be back for a while. Cow getting the Hodge. Does he get him maybe some kind of procs? He's playing Necrolord, so maybe you could get big Divine Storm procs together with Tempest Verdict. And if everything crits with a big lineup, he'll be in a great position. Gonna be the eye for an eye yet again. Dalaran does do quite a lot of physical damage, so it's gonna be a lot of that eye for an eye effective damage. But a lot of the damage Dalaran does is also magical. Gonna be Ghostos up very, very soon. Actually, he is getting his cooldowns back very, very quickly. Using the Thunder, I think it's Thunder Charge PvP talent. He does put him in a good spot. Hodge and Dalaran, but Cow is under a lot of pressure. Got himself the shield as their health does dip low. Bubba's still available, so this guy didn't get to Bubba last time, so he still has that as a security option for later. Shield of is coming back up very, very soon. Dalaran with the Ghost Wolves, letting them charge out. Wait, Dalaran, what does happen to your cooldown reduction? Oh, now he's gonna send us back. I thought, did he like increase the cooldown of his incentives just now? Kind of weird. Huh. Either way, Dalaran with a wall, using it maybe a little bit early. Gonna be a Hodges. Cow does go for wings. Gonna be a trinket as the wings are up. Was that a proc wings or was that real wings? I think that might be real wings. Gonna be counter sector. Oh! Dalaran though getting Paladino. Just all the procs inside of wings. Didn't give him much opportunity to really recover. A huge burst under Wolfie. Immediately one global out of Cow with that Tempest Verdict Divine Storm, and he's already at half health. So he's gonna have to start building up for that Maelstrom. Got him some big ascent. It's gonna be Cow with a bubble. Trying to see if he maybe keep the momentum rolling. Is gonna be recovering. Not a lot of Maelstrom up on him just yet. So he should be A-okay for now. Hodge and Wolfie. Does it continue the procs? He's not getting the damage he needs with the random procs. But he's doing the best that he can. Strong war stomp around the corner. I like the war stomp around the corner. I like that. That's good. What's up, Bexus? How you doing, my guy? I hope you're having a good one. Can't find anyone online, so I'm just gonna drop group on Forge and random. On Forge. You have a Horde? Maybe you could join us as a Horde if you have a Horde character. Cow getting hit with the Shackles of Malediction. Unable to heal. No more bubble. If Wolfie can just catch up and put some pressure into him, he might be in a fantastic spot. And Wolfie looking for a bit of damage somewhere, but he's also playing just like Dalaran, big cooldown build. You got Ascendants, you got Ghostos, you got the Jewwinds build, so you're playing for cooldowns more than anything. Dropping down a counter Sectorum, interrupt them on a flesh count, so Cow at least has the opportunity to go for a lot of self-healing. I don't even know if that's a good idea to get interrupted on a flesh count, being a 2-minute cooldown and all. Counter Sectorum is down, trying to avoid the Counter Sectorum as best as he can. Might be in line of sight of the. It looks like he's getting zapped up a little bit. Gonna be the eye for an eye, slow onto Wolfie. A Scout build himself up a little bit of resources. Maybe it might be able to get some wings rolling soon. Wolfie's holding on to a trinket. Gonna be the hard. Does he choose to trinket this? No, he doesn't. Waiting until the big cooldowns are up. That's the only time he wants to use wing trinket for it. Big procs out of Cow though. Big chain harvest, letting Wolfie recover and get a little bit of health as he does a bit of that shadow damage to Cow. The Paladin, though, is just trying to keep himself afloat, just trying to wait for some cooldowns back. Not going to be seeing Bubble for a while. Shield of Vengeance could potentially make the Shield of Vengeance pop even harder onto Wolfie with wings. Getting interrupt on him on Shadow, going to be the Hex. Does not have a chicken for it, so Wolfie is able to get himself a bit of recovery. Hodge on a Cow. Does he go for wings? Gonna be full set of wings. Wolfie, does he just trinket it? He does not. And Wolfie could be in trouble. He does pop Wallace. He's low on health. Does get himself a heal. No rebuke by Cow. And it's gonna be Ghost who's joining in. Should be able to get a lot of Maelstrom as well. Counter-Strike Totem onto Cow. Does eliminate it pretty quickly. And just trying to avoid Wolfie. He's still, or had wings, but he still might be able to get a couple procs. Eye for an eye is out, so maybe could turn a lot of that attention Wolfie's giving him into more of that offensive pressure. Turn around defensiveness into counter pressure. Counter offensive. Thunderbolt Wolfie with a Hodge on the Wolf, and it's gonna go for a trick. It's gonna be a small showing this war stomp by Cow. But I think that Paladin is behind. I don't know what else he's really got. He's literally living by the holy power. And whatever holy power he invests into Word of Glory. Wolfie has Ascendance coming back in just a moment. If he could go for maybe a Doom Wins Ascendance build, and just go for the most amount of bursts, he won't have a trinket for the next Hodge. So I think he needs to bait out a Hodge out of Cow, and then go for the big damage. Otherwise, his burst is just going to get shut down. Does not go for the interrupt on Cow. I think he knows there might be a flesh cup there. It's going to interrupt the flesh cup. So Cow is denied that CC. That defensive going to be massive Ascendance Cow at no health whatsoever. Blessing protection is not going to stop you from the Switch Strikes. Next Switch Strike is just going to blast right through you. And Wolfie just looking to catch up. Can he do it hard? Shutting down his burst. And that's more or less exactly what we thought would happen. He would just save the Hodge to shut down the burst of the Shaman. Super unfortunate. Wolfie had himself such a good go. We are hitting into that in 6 minutes into the duel. 8% dampener. Cow should have wings coming up very, very soon. Capacitor Totem doesn't quite get Cow, as he got himself eye for an eye. Wolfie does a wall. Shackles Malediction to Cow, who's looking to break the shackles by separating away from Wolfie, making some space. So Wolfie has a wall, but no trinket. So if Cow can get himself wings with a perfect Hodge before Wolfie can pre-wall it, he'll be in a fantastic spot. There goes wings, probably the biggest giveaway. Wolfie might be in big trouble. Shieldman's up for Cow. Does Cow even go for a finisher? He hasn't used the finisher at all. Does give Wolfie opportunity to go for a wall, getting interrupted on Shadow, but that's going to be a hex with Cow trinketing out of it. And Wolfie in a lot of trouble, has a lot of Maelstrom though, so it looks like he's actually returning it around onto the Torrent with a big Chain Harvest. Torrent got a lot of healing while wings are up. Ghost will join in for Wolfie, lots more Maelstrom. And he sees more proc, just a bit more damage. This is a bit of extra sustain, I think, versus Cow, and would have been a fantastic spot. Not setting the stun long at all after the War Stump though, definitely DR'd it very, very hard. And Wolfie tried to drop down Capacitor Totem onto Cow with a Thunder, but he doesn't really have the damage. Playing the Doom Wins, you have damage every minute. Playing Ascendance, you have damage every 3 minutes. Playing Ghost Wins, you have damage every 2 minutes or so. But Cow, I don't know if he's going to die to burst. He did eventually get whittled down with his cooldowns, but I think with the sustained damage, the Paladin does kill over faster. I can't be wrong on that one. Bellator charging around the corner. Wolfie getting interrupted as he's trying to go for a port. Gonna be reflected hex back into Wolfie as Bellator trying to stay on him. Gonna be Dora Shadows trying to CC. Bellator is gonna be able to do it. Gonna be tricking on Bellator as he got a lot of burst and burst for Wolfie. Wolfie the execute rage. Not gonna be able to survive it. It does get executed. As you do get a 5th over for the team 2. Is it Osikan or was it Q? OP maybe? Somebody's gonna have to go next. But we do at least have a 5-man team over for the team 2. 8 minutes into the duel, 20% dampener, and Bellator is gonna have to go and try to see if he can fight after the Torrent did as well as he could, after Cow did as well as he could, charging in towards OP as a Monk trying to get himself a setup burst onto Bellator. Fist of Fury flying just onto the Monks at least. Fist of Fury won't be able to fly because Monks don't really necessarily need the weapon to do damage. I remember just starting to also reduce the damage you would do because you no longer have your weapon. Like the secondary, like the stats of the weapon are gone while you're disarmed. But I don't know if that's the case in Shadowlands anymore. All the images from Monks are going to get feared out of the way. Bellator popping off in Rage Regeneration to survive this burst out of OP. Did OP use BDB with that one, or was that just a set of images? That might have just been a set of images without BDB. So maybe he's going to wait until the next leg sweep and then use that full burst versus Bellator. It looks like Bellator's Trinket was already used, but I'm not really sure when or where. OP is looking to get the hell out of dodge though, by flying, as he's trying to maintain himself. Fist of Fury locking out Bellator on parries, as Bellator looking to keep the pressure. That's going to be Reckless Abandon most likely, right? Does he have a mobility? He needs Rage Blows. He does get those. Is it Zerkers? It doesn't look like he has a Zerkers to break out of that in-cap. And OP is avoiding all the bursts from Bellator. That's a lot of potential damage. Big Zoan joining in. Knocked down into OP with Reflect up. Disarm so OP can lock him down with Fist of Fury. Gonna be that Karma. And maybe Bellator this way he leaps away. Does leap away from the burst of OP. Looking to catch up back to the Warrior. As the Warrior just trying to avoid him. Just getting whatever heals he can from the images. Fist of Fury is going to be able to lock him down eventually. BDB is down. Leg sweep on Bellator. Does not have to check it for a second or two. Does he just go for a trinket? He does not. He needs himself a little bit extra healing right now. Just trying to get himself. Oh, looks like the Battle Master trinket. A rallying cry falling off. Another Bard Hell just disappears. Sensei up next versus OP. Trying to see if he can catch him on the back foot as OP did just use a lot of cooldowns fighting the Warrior. Still OP is holding on to trinket though, so at least he's doing okay. Horde and Ally play together. Oh, Ally and Horde both can do it. Yeah, Gunther. If somebody wants to put a group together, you is more than welcome to an alliance. We have 2 groups on Horde. I don't think we have a group on alliance yet. I think, so Brandon was trying to put them together, but I think that group was able to get like 3 people in there. And I think Brandon backed up out of there. Sensei dropping down BDB onto OP. OP tricking it out of it, bailing out of the Sensei, meeting him right there with the port, literally where he went. And OP is continuing to run, continuing to get out of there. Just use the trinket. Sensei can just wait until the next BDB, next set of images. He has Zuen and everything. So he actually has a lot of cooldowns ready. OP better get some pressure onto Sensei. Better start getting cooldowns out of him. Whirling Dragon Punch on Sensei with Alexi. Gonna be spinning cranking. This is gonna be a big frog. Big kick. Whirling Dragon Punch on Sensei is under pressure. Gonna be a karma out of Sensei with the Ring of Peace. Try to create some space between the two. OP trying not to give him the opportunity though. There's gonna be Dragon Kicks for Sensei, but still can't really make that much distance away from OP. And OP popping off that karma. Gonna be Diffuse Magic Sensei with an in cap. As OP is continuing to punch. He got those fists revved up. Those things are going to be firing off at full propulsion. OP and both Sensei are going for a bit of a reset as we hit in the 12-minute mark, 40% dampener. Sensei still has a big go for OP. OP does not have a trinket, so as long as Sensei can land maybe an in cap on him, or get next to him, slow him, root him, leg sweep, BDB, the whole shebang, he'll be in a fantastic spot. So OP is really going to be down to how he counters this next go by Sensei. If he can counter it at all, because Sensei, not the first time he's been able just to get a big old one-shot, going to be in cap before OP. Sensei trying to see if he can close the gap. And OP does have a diffuse magic. He might be able to pre-diffuse magic some birds. Going to be that in cap, BDB down. Lexi by Sensei. Does he have the biggest go here? Trying to go for Persevere big, right? The sun kick, taking him out so many crits, so much damage. Taking OP out of the game completely. He's got ourselves Osi Kasan, Osi, and Q. Man, some of these names. But Osi is going to be first. I guess we call him Osi. Osaka-san? Asuka. We'll go Asuka. G-Pi getting thrown into Sensei. Did have himself big flash cut to absorb a lot of that damage. But it's going to have to go for a bit of a reset. Does Asuka play Blink or does he play Shimmer? I wonder. Some may just like to play Blink because it gives you a little bit more survivability because you get that or fire blazing barrier. I was gonna say fiery barrier, and it's a prismatic barrier before that. The fire mage barrier shield, and also you're able to get out of stuns easily. Plus fire mages have a lot of instant casts with Phoenix Flames and Fire Blast, so you have a lot of mobility. So you don't necessarily need to shimmer around. It's going to be going for G-Pi, going to be tricking for Sensei. G-Pi is still going to be in the air. Doesn't use diffuse magic. And it takes no damage from that thing. Going to be big combustion. I think Asuka trying to get a big combustion as the G-Pi were to connect. Pyroblast flying at Sensei. Does not have the continuous pressure though as the line of sight is created. Going to be a shift in power for Asuka-san as they're going for a full reset with Zuen clawing behind them. And actually this is going to go for Fireballs and Zuen. Not a bad idea since they can actually get cooldown reduction on their combustion if they're playing. I think they are playing the PvP talent for it. So this is actually a freebie CDR. Sensei might be in trouble. He doesn't have a trinket anymore. Next setup could be really deadly with a G-Pi, and now a shortened cooldown of combustion could be really bad for him. For Sensei, it's really going to be coming down to getting the burst, getting the ice block out of the mage, and then going again. So you are going to have a multiple goes versus this guy. BDB down. Asuka could be in trouble. Does that potential ice block? Does ice blocks it? He doesn't even think about it. He just goes for an ice block immediately. As Sensei is looking for the reset. Asuka has 20 seconds on that combustion. Actually going to be able to get it back quicker. As those images are going to give him at least one fireball. That's Slime. Oh, Kevin Slime despawning at the right time. But Asuka is definitely going to have himself full combustion ready to go. Sensei without a trinket, so he could be put in a really bad spot. Asuka does not want to hang out by the pillar whatsoever though. This is where Sensei wants to be, but Asuka is trying to bait him out in the open. He doesn't want any pillars. He doesn't want any hiding. Or maybe he's trying to bait, hey, Sensei, I got a pillar over here. You want to come over here? Maybe? But it's definitely going to be to his advantage to land a polymorph out in the open G-Pi full burst to make Sensei spin the globals in order to get behind the pillar. In cap onto the mage. Does have alter time? Is that what it is? He does have alter time. I was going to say for second breath onto Sensei. And that's actually going to alter time himself behind the pillar. That's not exactly what he wanted to do. I think he wants more of set up a defensive alter time. But does end up kind of taking away a lot of his mobility. Asuka still waiting, trying to be patient with the combustion. Sensei waiting for trinket, actually waiting for all his coolness to be back. You got to win up very, very soon. Ring of Frost does catch Sensei. Wait, maybe perfect for Asuka? Does he go for the big G-Pie? I think maybe potentially. Fire Blast, Fire Blast. Looks like that G-Pie is going to connect with Sensei. Did not use a defensive for it. But Asuka is not chasing. He's just going to wait for the monk to come out in the open. In cap by the monk with big BDB. Asuka does not have anything but a trinket as well as a defuse. It's going to be Sensei trying to go for a fleshcraft. I think trying to see if he can get an intrinket on Asuka or immune ADCC, maybe trying to immune a breath. Trinket out of Sensei out of that breath. Asuka trying to see if they can soul shape out of there. All the time is up. Combustion so early. That's going to be big healing for Asuka trying to go for cooldown reduction. Going to be interrupted. Sensei might be in a great spot right now. Asuka is going to get a little bit of health to borrow. Touch it down to follow after. Asuka trying to see if they can burn through Sensei if possible. At no health whatsoever with the one chase after him. Going to be the C-Pod and Sensei should be able to take it out. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way to fight it. And Q is just going to charge out of Sensei, blessing a protection immediately. He didn't really give him much of a reset opportunity. Is Sensei just dead to the hammer? Yeah, he didn't really give him much opportunity to reset. I would appreciate if you guys started at the start of the arena, like where Chicago's at, where Kaya's at. Like if you guys start at that beginning area. Because if you start next to somebody, that's not really much of a 5v5 1v1 duel. Big silence on the Q. It might just have to bubble this. This is a ton of pressure. Kaio just eliminated him. Didn't even think twice. Q just came in, didn't bubble. He was like, you know what? Maybe I'll live. Or maybe he was hoping to be able to live with the healing the Paladins normally have. Maybe he didn't realize that his dampening is super high up. Paladins just following me the whole game. The player, yeah, it is a little bit kind of. It is kind of weird. Yeah, can you guys, yeah, if you guys could just start out, like, just chill in the area that you start with, I think that'd be awesome. Following up a guy and just being able to, like, it's almost like, imagine if a rogue was stealthing around and following you the whole duel, right? So, right as you kill the other guy, and you're like, no help whatsoever, trying to cast a heal, the rogue would just snipe you out. That would be unfair, right? So, as soon as you see that your partner, the guy ahead of you is dead, you can charge out him and snipe him. If they're close to the arena, if close to your starting area, snipe them right there if you want to. But chasing after them and trying to get a good angle from the start, that's a little weird. Love you, Mustard. What's up, Super Oliver? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, we got Mikey with a 5-man ready to go in Chicago. Or Reverence. Or maybe somebody took over for Reverence. Potentially. Potentially. Here we go, boys. Let's get it up and running, man. Let's go, boys. Yeah, it was kind of weird. What's up, Psycho? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Fire Mages and Lady? Yeah, they've always been. Привет, Dalaran, мой друг. My man. Здорово, Архи. Здорово, как дела? Извиняюсь, что мы не могли PTR играть. Можем они починить PTR на следующей неделе. Да, может быть? Mikey got a 4. Alright, Mikey, we'll wait for you, my guy. We'll wait for you. Hey, Dalaran, have you been in ages? Have you been? What's up, Knight? How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. Our Maga Oryx horrible in PvP that looks so cool. They're not terrible, but they're not as good as like normal Oryx. I mean, there's not a lot of curses in the game that are like CC based. Otherwise, Maga would be really good for it. The Wolf racial isn't terrible. Their normal racial isn't bad either. It's pretty good if you get Versa buff. That's pretty nice. Outside of that, like a normal org just stuns less, and that's valuable in PvP because every class but a mage has a stun. So, I mean, if you wanted to play Maga just for the sake of playing something different, you should. I think you should have some fun with it. I mean, boys, I play Nightborn, dude. I play Nightborn. If I could get 2400 in BFA as Nightborn last season in BFA, then you can too, honestly. If me and my Shammy were playing like what 2400 MMR games in the off season, a Shammy guy I know, it was like, yo, season's over, you want to play some games? I was like, alright, have it. And because his MMR is so high, we were facing like rank 1 players over and over and over. We're like, okay, I guess, maybe why weren't we playing together this whole season? I don't know. Maybe we should play the second season. No, didn't really play much second season. Let's see. Let's do a good one. Let's do a good arena. I just need to know how to spell it right because I'm really bad at spelling, boys. Oh, it's easy. Lauren. Bah, nice. Let's get in here, boys. Second duel. Oh, third duel? Fourth duel? How many have we had already? Fourth duel? Is this a fourth duel or fifth duel? I don't even know. We've been having a lot of duels over in Ace, so I'm happy about that, man. Pretty happy about that. Dev cool customization, looks and nice stuff. This Gomish haircut looks so good. You know what, Marcel? I think I should play one. Just play it. You know what? If that's gonna, oh, we got already, oh, my boy, we got the Boomy God, boys. Yeah, let's go. Yo, Marcel, you should just play a Magar, man. Just play one. If you really like the way they look, and that's gonna get you to play more, and maybe since you're playing more and you enjoy what you play, you're probably gonna improve more. That's how I view it, man. You should play what you like in the end. Unless you're like, man, this racial is so dope though. Play whatever you like, even for the looks. Honestly, just do it. Be brave. Be bold. Rogue, just for you. What covenant should I go for PvP? I think Ventier or Kirin are pretty good. If you're playing Outlaw, Ventier. If you're playing Sub, Kirin is really good. Otherwise, play whatever you like. Necrolord is also just a feels-good gameplay. It's just really, really good. It's just so nice. Switch. We got Team 1 together with Cow over as a Retribution Paladin. We got Kaya as a Shadow Prince. We got Ori returning. I wonder what covenants we're going to be playing today. We got us a Sensei in the back, as well as Chicago going to be first up versus Windwalker OP. Already blasting out Chicago, already punching through that health. And Chicago is already having to resort to spending Maelstrom and mana. Going to be Windwalker OP with Electric Bitter Chicken for Chicago, with the wall trying to tank up as much of this damage as possible, as Windwalker does not use the Wen. He just uses images. I don't even know if he used BDB. So you might just be able to wait until the next sweep with a BDB and everything. Flash out for out Chicago. Wow, this actually looks so cool. You just like rise and float there for a second. It actually looks kind of dope. And Chicago's Ascendance is going to be down for the count. Chicago playing Ascendance, by the way. Still playing Elibas by the looks of it. Going to be a Sunder on to Windwalker OP as they lock down Chicago with parries out of the Fist of Fury into a slow down and root immediately. Not give much of a break. Over in Team 2, we got us a Wolfie over as a hit from Shaman. We got us a Delement as another enhance. We got Carmageddon as yet another Monk. And we got Asuka-san as a Fire Mage. With Windwalker OP going for a bit of a jab. Chicago with a big lightning bolt. Windwalker might just have a karma. And there it goes. Does Chicago have a hex for it? If Chicago had a hex, it would be perfect. Interrupt them on a flash gun. Could be really bad for Windwalker OP. Is going to be able to get Zuen and everything. BDB down in Chicago. Chicago needs some survivability right now. Trying to do what oh my god. The Monk just spin to win. As he was getting pressured by Chicago. That is unfortunate. As soon as you shrink it out of first Monk go, the second one is just so tight. He didn't even leg sweep that, did he? I don't think he did. I think he's still holding the leg sweep. Ori playing that Necrolord Boom kid. We actually talked about Necrolord Boom just the other day. I think like a week or two ago. I think it was a Necrolord Boomy on PTR versus Chicago. And then we're just having a really, really close back and forth. Or was it not Chicago? No, it was actually yesterday on the EU with Taxi, the Affliction Warlock. Big dot damage. And I talked about how Necrolord Boomy can actually do a lot of damage. As an overall, we're gonna see it here. Hopefully, gonna be big, big celestial alignment for Ori. Oh, lockdown or two. Windwalker OP go for a trinket, but Ori doesn't give him much of a break. He's playing a very sustained heavy build of a Boomy. Quick cyclone on the element does not trinket it, and it's gonna be Ori bailing out of there. I love the way that Ori utilizes the the Boomkin wild charge, which is like a hunter disengage, together with Flap. It is so cool. He just gets a little bit extra value out of it every single time he uses it. Or how would you go for Barskin with Bear from Friends of Region? Delement is going to get rooted back there. Does not have blind side of Warrior for a second. Try to see if he might be able to vent the over to him. Dora shadows, but he is unable to. As Ori just trying to maintain as much distance as he can from Delement. Going to be the lust out of Delhi. As he gets hit with a disarm. That's going to be capacity on him. Does land on Ori. I was thinking that was going to be Z-Axis thing. But I guess the big bear head does end up getting clipped by the stun totem. As Delement continuing to put the pressure into Ori. Going to be full sounds by Ori with a root. That's how full. As a Fury of a Loon has a lot of damage available. But as soon as he sees Delement behind the pillar, he's going to go for a little bit of healing of his own. And Ori backing up out of that. Again, trying to make sure there's maximum range between him and the Shaman. Trying to make sure if the Shaman is going to be trying to cover the distance, Ori's going to be able to at least get him dotted up and get some damage in. Look at those leaps with Flaps. He just creates such a big distance, man. He's just able to get himself like a full disengage with like the Hunter World PvP disengage with a little parachute. It's so good. And Ori just uses that every single time. Flash cut for Ori. The element is nowhere to stop it. Wants to charge out. Does get the wind shear at the very last second, but still allows Ori to put Delement out in the open. Hits him with a Cyclone. Unless Delement is a trinket, there's not much you can do about it. Ori trying to get himself an Eclipse established. Maybe a bit of damage. Trying to get some dots rolling. Root onto Delement. And together with the Swarm and the Dots Capacitron dropping down, Ori is not going to get stunned by it. So it's going to be Sorcerer just to get a little bit extra sustained damage with a Disarm onto Delement. Unable to get a lot of Maelstrom, and Ori going for the War Stomp for just a quick second. Delement has Ghost Wolves coming up very, very soon. Going to be the Cyclone. as Ori backs up out of there, trying to hit him with integral roots every single time. He does have a fast cast on cyclones and integral roots whenever he has what is it, Alchemy Frenzy. The dot damage into Dalaran, he is able to get a bit of Maelstrom, able to save up a little bit of mana and recover a little bit of health. But Ori, you're giving him a totem right now to get eclipsed. I don't know if that's a good idea. I think Dalaran is just going to try to play defensively until Ascendance is up, and then maybe go in with the most damage, which is Ori. I think that is the plan currently. And Ori wants to make sure he has a maximum range. And Ori got some cooldowns coming back too. So Dalaran, I don't know if he's tracking Ori's cooldowns or if he's just looking at his cooldowns. Because sometimes people do end up tunnel vision in what their utility is, what their toolkit is. What do I have? What do I have? What do I have this? Do I have that? But you're not watching out what does the enemy has. And Ori looks like he's actually completely reset. He's got everything he needs in order to fight it. Dalaran has a lot of offensives with defenses coming out back very, very soon. It looks like Ori is pushing in. He's feeling pretty confident. I think maybe he's trying to bait Dalaran with any of his defenses or offensives. Gonna be big Celestial Alignment for Ori. Full Fury Balloon. Wall for Dalaran. Gonna be Trinket out of Ori, out of the Celestial, out of the Capacitor Totem. Sunder onto Ori for a second. Big Ascendance, but gets disarmed. I think Dalaran is unable to get Wind Strikes because of this. Trying to go for a bit of healing. Gonna be a Trinket with a Roar by Ori. As it knocks the Shaman back. That was a big Ascendance out of Dalaran. Trying to create some line of sight with the Wind Strikes, but isn't able to. Try to door Shadows over. Is going to be able to door. Does not have an interrupt for Fleshcraft. I don't know what he interrupted, but Ori does take advantage of this. Cyclone onto Dalaran as he activates Bloodlust. And Ori ends up CCing a lot of the bursts out of Dalaran. No defenses, no offenses left. If only Ori could just push up on a Dalaran and put pressure. We are starting to get into the dampening. 6 minutes as we only get into that 7% dampening, but that dampening is going to be helpful. Dalaran trying to get some Maelstrom, blast out damage at Ori, and Ori with a quick disarm, trying to avoid the Capacitor Totem. Dalaran using his Maelstrom in order to catch up a little bit of health. Has plenty of mana to work with. I don't know if this is a good arena for Ori because he needs some kind of way to sustain damage onto Dalaran. The dots will do a little bit of the work, but I wonder if that's possible just to sustain because there's a lot of. It's a weird line of sight with this arena. You got the middle where it gives Dalaran a lot of opportunity to get Maelstrom. And then outside of it, he actually has a pretty good cover, pretty decent cover. Element getting hit with a silence as he pops on a wall. Ori trying to get an eclipse. I think he just tried to rotate through eclipses, get himself enough star surges in order to supplement a little bit of the sustained damage. Big chain harbors by Dalaran as he's disarmed. Gonna be that cyclone as Ori backs up out of there. And it's gonna have the earth elemental that he could just dot up and maybe even get resources off of. And Dalaran backs up out of there. Gotta be Ghost Tools available together with Bloodlust. Does he wait for Ascendance to combine all of it into triple threat? Or does he just go in and rotate those cooldowns separately? It looks like Ori is actually going to be able to get that Earth Elemental to back up out. I don't know how he was able to do that, but he was able to get the Earth Elemental to actually completely back away. I am really wondering who's going to end up winning because the sustained healing from the enhancement is actually quite good. But the sustained dot heavy playstyle of Ori as a boomkin, I think could also be really, really good. Swarm is on Dalaran. I wonder if Ori could maybe go for like more sustain with Fury of Balloon while everything is rolling. No wall available for Dalaran. Looks like he does get himself a little bit of Maelstrom. Ghost Tools are getting sent at Ori, so he has pretty easy opportunity to get some Ghost Tools. Not really wanting to catch himself out in the open. Ori trying to reposition behind the pillar, trying to kind of get Dalaran to come to him. Dalaran just doesn't want to be out in the open. He'd rather hang out behind some kind of line of sight next to a pillar of sorts. Gonna be that slow onto Dalaran for a second. Ori avoiding the stun totem. Dalaran with a Bloodlust. Ascendance joining in. Gonna be a quick cyclone. Trinkets out of it. Intermediate disarm. Ori's able to counter him. Getting interrupted on nature. Is gonna go for a Fleshcraft. Not even a bear from just getting himself a Fleshcraft up either way. Cyclone and Dalaran again. Just trying to live through the Ascendance. Big chain harbors by Dalaran. That chain harbors CD is very, very short, by the way. Another cyclone and Dalaran is Ori catching up on healing. 21% dampening. So both of them are just trying to live one another just through healing alone. Ori got some dots rolling, potentially big damage. Celestial Alignment, and Dalaran does not have a wall for this one. No interrupt by Ori. Actually, he does have interrupt. He might be able to catch Dalaran, trying to go for a cast for a heal, trying to deny him any Maelstrom. Is it going to be a silence? He's trying to pour it out of there into rooted to Dalaran. Does he have enough damage? Trying to get Eclipse. Oh, getting interrupted on Wrath, but is still able to get a Star Surge at the end. Oh my goodness, Ori. Yeah, it took a little bit of dampening. Chad's a big damping. It took a little bit of dampening to get to the point where you have enough pressure. If only Boomkins came with some kind of mortar strike effect, I feel like that would have been a much shorter game. But both of them are really good healing classes. Enhancement is incredibly good at self-healing, so it's going to be a much sustainable class. Ori is trying to play sustain build of a Boomy, which is very well known for burst rather than sustain. But the Necrolord is given opportunity. Carmageddon is having a lot of his burst shut down with a root. Ori is continuing to run, leaping away while knocking back Carmageddon, just trying to avoid any of the bursts that his BDBs to win and everything. Disarm onto the monk, so at least he can drop down a Fist Sphere onto Ori. So trying to spin to win. Ori continuing to run with a Cyclone, gets himself a break and go for a hibernate onto that Zuen. He's just healing through all of it. Look at this man into another Cyclone to Carmageddon. Oh my god, Ori, how you... She survived, but now it's going to be an opportunity for Ori to potentially turn some damage around onto Karma. Karma getting hit with another root is going to be able to tackle the side of it. Jabs are getting him a lot of that mobility. Knock back Karma getting him for a second, trying to take a root him. Unable to. Maybe go Bear Form in the Fleshcraft. Cyclone. Looks like Ori maybe is lagging. Potentially. Roar onto Ori with a roar by Ori with a War Stump onto Karma. And Ori just trying to bail out of there. All he CC is just DR versus Karma for a moment. Trying to clone is going to be DR completely. Trying to get a heal. Maybe Fleshcraft. He just Fleshcraft, not even Bear Form. He just Fleshcrafted in his face. Eventually, Ori should be able to get aggressive here. Cyclone onto Karma. I think it might be Karma lagging a little, but maybe both of them. Ori does get himself a Eclipse and potentially could go for a lot of dot damage. Swarm is on Karma, able to just cover so much distance. But this is a couple of rolls and a jab. Karma onto Ori as he goes for Cyclone versus the Monk. Just trying again to give himself a bit of a reset, bit of a breather. Growth of flying. It's going to be interrupted on regrows though. Quick roar with a frenzied regen for Ori potentially. BDB down. Karma took him to maybe get some big damage at Ori. Going to be a silence with a root. Ori does get himself a bit of a reset. It looks like Ori is continuing to run as the roots are falling off of Karma, getting hit with the disarm. Ori jukes him by jumping on top of the pill, jumping on top of the tombstone. So far, this Boomy has been playing very, very defensively. Karma no longer has a Karma or anything though. That name is super unfortunate because I am going to say Karma is a cooldown, but also Karma is your name. Oh my god. Lexip already does have a trinket for it with a roar and the Cyclone onto Karma as they go for a trinket. Ori trying to recover health, but he has no mana anymore. 39% dampener. Ori's up and is just gonna have to buckle down, pop a bark skin, and just do as much damage as he can to Carmageddon. I think that's all he can really do at this point. That's all he's gonna be able to do. Maybe can swing around the corner, get himself a little bit of regrowth as Carmageddon goes to pick up the eye. Maybe can hit him with the root right before he closes the gap. Is gonna dot him up. As the Monk is still staying mounted up. Jab towards Ori. Try to go for a bit of damage. It's going to be a stun to Karma. Doesn't even have damage. It's going to be a silence. Karma getting blessed. Oh my goodness. Ori just absolutely. Said he got 100 MS right now? Yeah, I did notice. Yeah, Karma and Ori, both they look like they're kind of walking around a little weird. So I am not surprised if there's a little bit of lag going on. But Kaya is going to be... Wait, Kaya is just... What's he doing? He just gotta run out there, maybe to pay respects to... pay respect to what? It was a Delement? But Kaya doesn't take it about 8 downs. Come get on 800 MS. Yeah, it was a little bit noticeable, Gunther. So sorry to hear that, my guy. Yeah, not much I could really do. It looks like Boomy is also lagging a little bit. Does Boomy something else? It's Ori. It definitely looks like Ori is also lagging even a little. It looks like there's a little bit of a desync with some of the abilities and what the expectations are. Maybe this arena is just having some kind of a mess issue. I could be wrong on that one, but Ori so far is able to keep trucking along. Can play, real frustrated. Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good, Gunther. I understand it completely. You did well. Like, to be fair, you did pretty well. Wolfie getting blasted out by Star Surge by Ori is going to wait until the Chain Harvest to recover a bit of health. Maelstrom getting disarmed though as he pops out of set. It's going to be Shackles of Malediction. Ori does have a roar for it, so it's going to be tricky for Wolfie as he gets hit with a silence. I don't know if he can wind strike while silenced. And Ori does get away to maybe catch a regrowth or two. Wind strikes continue to fly. A Star Surge is flying for Ori. Could be anyone's game. I think Wolfie should have enough Maelstrom in order to catch up on health. Wolfie looking to get himself a little bit of survivability as well. Wolfie does get himself the Swarm. It could be War Stump. Wolfie is actually super low in health. Wait, could be anyone's game right now. Wolfie doesn't go down. Shield Surges does keep him alive. Ori just healing himself to full. Wolfie puts himself out in the open, trying to get himself again more Maelstrom Sunroar to Ori for just a second. Ori trying to use whatever instant cast. He's got Bear Form into a disarm into Wolfie. At least deny him in Maelstrom with a quick roar. Does Ori have enough here? Root into Wolfie. Wolfie needs to find a way to break out of the roots. Otherwise, he's a sitting duck out in the open. As Ori just continue to blast him, just charging at him. He's feels so confident. No interaction. Wolfie tried to interrupt something. I'm not sure what. Ori just let the dots roll while he casts a heal in his face. What is going on? There's balance to it. Yo, imagine this guy with double Legos, dude. Imagine this man's with double Legos. Probably not as a Necrolord, probably would be a Kyrian, but imagine this man's with double Legos. Imagine whatever Lego he's running right now, plus like a Kyrian Lego, plus a Nightfall Lego. Hell, plus a Ventier Lego. This man's gonna be unstoppable. Leaping away from Asuka-san. As Asuka trying to see if they can pin Ori down, but he's slippery, he's mobile. This is probably the most mobile boom kit that I've ever seen. At least in the 5v5 duels. Maybe an intro, but Asuka, oh, trying to go for a breath, but Ori is immune to CC while he's channeling Fleshcraft. Asuka with an Alter Time, taking a bit of damage, trying to see if he can blink out of there. Looks like Alter Time does recover him a little bit of health. Has a triple shield, and Ori's gonna have to bust with a triple shield if possible. Trying to flap out of there, letting the dots and the stars fall onto Asuka. That is gonna put him behind over time. Asuka at 59% damper, that shield ain't doing much for you. Breathing onto Ori, maybe potentially could go for a big setup. Ori with a big burst of his own. Asuka potentially maybe iceboxes. Gonna be a roar for Ori, knocking back Asuka. Gonna be a Pyroblast sent out by the mage. Let's get himself some cooldown reduction, get him some shields back up and rolling. Ori just needs a Star Surge or two more. Asuka still has Ice Block if they need to. Gonna be like Cauterize. Do they go for the Ice Block? I think they just overlap them. So normally as a mage you don't want to overlap either one, but you kind of have to here get whatever healing you can at 60% dampening. It's just way too high to dampener. Like I would be surprised if Asuka wins this, but he could still do it. Breath, ring, wait. Does he CC? Does he get Ori? Ori is still kind of in the middle, kind of sitting duck. Gonna be all the time for the mage. Might be able to get back over there. All the time is going to give him a little bit of health back if he does choose to do it. But it's going to put him out in the open again. Trying to Pyroblast at Ori. Ori just waited out to land a Star Surge. Dot's still rolling. Silence. Ori just AFKing. Wrath into. Oh, actually going to be Seed Pod. I honestly thought Ori was going to AFK. Never mind. There we go. Man, look at this boomy, man. Look at this druid. I feel like it's been a while since we've seen a boom kit absolutely go on a rampage. It's been a long damn time, huh, boys? Yeah, but it's too damn high. It is too damn high. It really is. Dot's giving good advantage. Huge advantage. Necro Boomy is not something you see often. It's so good, though. So good. Love seeing you, Ori. Hope you're doing good, my man. Hope you're excited for 9-2. Good thing that the mage is fire. Otherwise, it's going to be a little matchup. Good thing that the fire is mage was fire. Otherwise, it was going to be unwinnable. I guess if mage was at least. Are you saying the mage at least has a chance? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying like if this was like a frost mage or a K mage, Ori would have been done? 229, right? 230, I think so. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, 230. Mikey got a 4, needs a +1, it'll be good to go. It was a GG boom, was awesome. That was awesome. I think it was great. Let's give him a medal. He already has a champions role in the Discord. That's about as close as I can to giving boys a medal. Very excited for 9-2. I got the boomy secrets and working on a picture. Ori, yo, Ori, hell yeah! I'm excited to see what you're gonna do with the duels, man. I'm excited to see what kind of PvP shenanigans you're gonna get up to. Mike in Chicago back up. Yo, I wish we had some variety, man. I wish you had reverence with the Team Alliance, but getting a group together on Alliance on NA, especially with the end of this patch, it's tough. In the next update or in 9.5, I think it's gonna be so much easier. What is your favorite WoW expansion? For me, I would have to say it's Legion. To be fair, I started in like middle to late Kata, so I never played Wrath, never played the original TBC, didn't play the beginning of Kata, didn't play original Vanilla. I played Classic, TBC, and Vanilla a little bit, but never like got so into get max level and do end game raiding. Mostly just stuff with guildies, but never really stuck around to it. So for me, Legion was my favorite expansion because there was so much to do in Legion as a group, in a guild, or for Mythic Plus for PvP. I do think that maybe PvP could have been a little bit more better tuned. Like PvP honor towns were a good idea. The PvP towns we have now, they were like a whole talent tree back then. And they said, oh, we're gonna switch them around. Like if somebody uses the talent, we'll remove it and push something better. And my spec of Outlaw never had a change. In fact, all we did get is nerfed every single patch, but still kind of could be playable, sorta. And I don't know why Blizzard kept nerfing us when we weren't even meta. But yeah. And they never really, yeah, we kind of basically, we had the same PvP talents every single arena matchup. There was no reason to switch ever. So if they did a lot more of that, if they did a lot more of that back in Legion, I think it would have been fantastic. And I like how in Legion there was so much to do as a solo player. As my favorite. We haven't seen this arena in a bit. McHugh boys in. The reward most during Legion, I remember correct. Yeah, there worked some, like Feral Druids got reworked, I think. I believe some Sub-Rogues got reworked. There was a couple of classes that were like regularly played that actually had some new and interesting PvP talents to play with. It was an actual choice. But for my spec of Outlaw, never got reworked. In fact, just got nerfed. Couple of patches in a row, actually. Never understood it because it wasn't a meta spec. But either way, I liked Legion because there was a lot to do with groups. PvP, Mythic Plus. Mythic Plus was awesome, by the way. Dungeon was great. Raiding was cool. But also, it was a lot to do in Legion solo. Like working on your artifact weapon skins, Mage Tower, the storyline progression, Suramar stuff. Well, so I guess Suramar's part of the chapter story stuff. AP, I guess, you know, there was an AP grind, which I didn't really mind. Because I never really played a grindy version of WoW prior to that, you know. We were coming off of WoD. You know, there was nothing to really do in WoD, and there was everything to do in Legion. So I played the hell out of it. So I guess it was just like, it was my favorite because of WoD, and because of, it was really cool thematically, Legion stuff. I mean, I loved it. It was basically TBC 2.0. I thought it was awesome. So Twitch. We got ourselves Team 1 together with Cal. We got ourselves Kaya. Gonna be first up versus Wolfie. Have these two dueled each other? Wait, didn't these two duel each other and they had a really close one last day? They did. So it's a bit of a rematch between the two juggernauts. Kaya popping off a big PI with a Vampiric Embrace. Gonna be the Siphon joining in with a mage. The Necro Mages trying to blast him out. Voidtorn as Wolfie gets silenced. Cannot go for a Windshield while silenced. And Kaya getting a lot of healing with that Vampiric Embrace and a PI. Wolfie using the Maelstrom he builds up in order to give himself a bit of healing. Ghostos join in, so not in a lack of Maelstrom at all. Just trying to see if he can blast out big bursts into Kaya. And Kaya survived that massive Ascendance opener without having to pop Disperse just yet. Did Kaya use the Siphon? I don't think he did. Massive spell for the Shackles of Malediction. Gonna be Wolfie interrupting Kaya on the Shadow. Kaya needs to be very, very careful with getting interrupted on Shadow because he won't be able to disperse. Wolfie is playing this game a little bit differently though. He does bring in the Grinding Totem this time. Kaya getting real low on health. Does catch up a little bit of healing. Mind Blast trying to get interrupted as best as he can. If he gets interrupted and get procced on hard by Wolfie, it could be a really bad spot. Stun into Wolfie, trying to get slowed with a Siphon. Siphon getting hitting him with the field while Siphon still blasting him. Kaya getting the Mages of the Dead joining in, so that's going to be lots of pressure for Wolfie as Kaya isn't going anywhere at all. Again, just trying to keep casting at him, but also got to make sure not to get interrupted. Sunder on both the Mages and Kaya. Wolfie just continuing to get blasted, but the Mages just putting in pressure. And actually with that Voidtorn and the silence, Wolfie does catch a heal at the last second. Kaya with a Greater Fade, trying to get interrupted. Going to be dodging that stun, dodging that interrupt, dodging everything from Wolfie. Big Chain Harvest Smoke. Wolfie is going to be forcing Kaya into Disperse, into the cloud of smoke. Let him get a bit of reset. Trying to go maybe for mind control. Could have been a tremor for Wolfie. Looks like Kaya's gonna walk Wolfie into the eye. Kind of toxic, make him take 5% more damage. Stun into Wolfie with a VT. At least he's gonna be able to get all his dots rolling with the Shadow. With a Shadow Crash, Sunder by Wolfie. That's going to be Siphon joining in. Kaya does not really have a lot of ways to heal right now. Has a lot of instances for Wolfie. Interrupted on Shadow. Kaya only has himself a shield, but that's a lot of procs by Wolfie. Quick Fear does let him escape from the threat of the Shaman for a moment. He does have himself Greater Fate very, very soon. Greater Fate needs to come out right now. And Kaya's such a low health pressure. Trying to get interrupted by Wolfie. Trying to juke him as best as he can. PI, Vampiric Embrace might give him enough survivability. Silence Wolfie can interrupt. Actually, huge burst. Oh, Kaya does take Wolfie down. Oh my god, just see him like RP point at him at the end. He sentenced him to death. That was awesome. PRF with Alexi Kaya having to drink out of it. I don't think this man has CC. I think it's over. Touch of death. They didn't even give a chance. It was like, yo, you low enough? Let me just stop. Put you down. Slap you onto the ground. Slap this pile of bones onto the ground. Kaya played really well there. That's a tough one. That is a tough matchup for sure. In capital to PRF with a big BDB. Does PRF trick it out of it? They immediately trick it. He's just a leg sweep. He's a BDB. He's like, I don't want to get hit by that. I'm bailing out of there. Sensei is going to have to recuperate his cooldowns. He did get a trinket out of PRF, so all he has to do is survive, not get one shot by PRF, go for another leg sweep with images and dust him Zuen and BDB, and he'll be good to go. He just got to wait a minute. I think this is where it's actually up to PRF. He could wait, but he's not going to be able to get his cooldowns back. He's never going to have that trinket come back before Sensei got cooldowns again. So I feel like PRF taking his sweet time back here. Just let Sensei wait for cooldowns. Sensei just gotta wait 25 more seconds. This is why PRF should be getting aggressive. He has a limited time until Sensei just goes, turns around with a leg sweep. And it just makes it impossible for him to return. Sensei trying to get a flush cap. As PRF tries to see if he can juke in there. In cap by Sensei, still has 10 seconds on a leg sweep. And I think PRF is just out in the open. I think PRF got to play very, very defensively. Sensei is trying to keep him back. Trying to keep him at bay. I don't know if PRF is going to be able to survive with Fleshcraft. Even if Sensei, I think Sensei might just be able to burn through that Fleshcraft into the health bar. His burst is incredibly strong. Sensei's been practicing the burst out of a Windwalker monk. He knows what he's doing. They dip up Zuwen really, really early though, so hopefully Zuwen is able to get some pressure into the other monk. And PRFs himself up, so maybe he can pour it out of there. I think he's just going to wait out Zuwen. Sensei tried to roll in cap. PRF is kind of exposed out there by BDB next to him. Zuwen, I think, still in place, so that's going to do extra damage. PRF taking so much damage through Flesh Cut. Whirling Jacket. Oh my god! My goodness! Through Fleshcraft. Chat, he had basically 2 health bars worth of a shield and health. And like, he still got blasted. Sensei just got the meanest punch in the West. What is going on? Windwalker OP charging out versus Sensei, trying to see if he might be able to get next to the guy. Sensei actually a elemental trinket. He just needs some cooldown of his own. He needs to do the same thing with Windwalker OP. He just wait until leg sweep, force everything out of him. He is putting him in putting these monks in situations where they have to trinket the leg sweep or they die. I don't know if they trinket the first one, the next one they definitely die. Sensei got hit with an incap though, but he does it for a port. Wait, he didn't even trinket it. What the? Wait, Windwalker OP, I guess he just kind of went in for a jab instead of setting up big Necrolord setup, BDB. And Sensei's the one getting the BDB up. Leg sweep out of Windwalker OP. Trinket out of it. Wait, does Windwalker OP just die right here? Big kick, whirling Dragon Punch, but that Karma turns around. So Windwalker OP no longer has a trinket. Neither does Sensei. Sensei jetting in there and is going to Karma back onto Windwalker OP. Trying to see if he can just overpower his own Karma. Going to be diffused magic for Windwalker OP. Trying to reverse that Karma damage back. Sensei reversing on him. They're reversing Karma damage to each other. So he Karmas his Karma, then he diffused magic that Karma damage, and then he diffused magic that damage from that Karma. So Windwalker OP gets a bad end of the deal at the end. At no health at all. Does Sensei just need one more global? Oh my god, he just had his health perfectly low in cap. Wait, I was thinking, is that going to be a Rising Sun kick? Is that going to be Fist of Fury? No, he had him low enough where he just touch a death and eliminate him. He had a guaranteed win. This man is calculated. This man is scary. Like, I know some people find monks unknown because they run a lot, the hit and run play style. It's like a lot of birds damage. And maybe 9-2 is going to fix a lot of the birds by at least making what? BDB no longer able to crit. It does 40% of the damage instead of 35 baseline. Buffed by Conduit. But can no longer crit. It's going to reduce some of the bursts for sure. But man, this guy is just calculated. Like, he's so confident. Jeez. Dalaran tried to see if he could tussle with him. Walking into Sensei with full cooldown. Sensei just trying to see if he can get him some cooldowns back. He's playing that hit and run playstyle. Monks are not... Maybe one day monks can become more like a sustain class where they do a bit of healing while they're in combat instead of a big burst spec. I think maybe they'll be more fun to watch for duels that way. Sensei getting hit with a capacitor totem, still has a lot of cooldowns available. Big damage to Dalaran is going to sunder him. Karma, and Dalaran might have to pop a wall here. Got his full sentence, trying to see if he can just burn right through the Karma. Sensei seeing that the Shaman is just going absolute aggression, disregarding his own health. He sees it, Karma's, and even if he has Karma, he ports out of there. He knows it just way too much. His Karma is going to get overpowered. Dalaran tried to get for a few wind strikes around the corner, trying to keep the pressure rolling versus Sensei. And is still trying to see if he can maybe reconnect with Aventir. Sensei using those totems to jab right to him. Leaving those totems around does give Sensei a little bit of help to work with. Popping a BDB, popping a Battlemaster trinket maybe goes for Flesh Cut behind the corner. I think he's going to try to see if he can maybe port away. Get Dalaran to chase after him, then go for a port down Flesh Cut. No, he's actually just going to charge over with a Dragon Kick. Just trying to stay as mobile as he can. 8 minutes into the duel, 18% dampener. It's really going to be down to Dalaran to land another one of the Thunder Stuns with cooldowns. Unless Sensei got burst, Dalaran no trinket. This could be really deadly. Does get a jab. With a Fury with a Rising Sun kick. Dalaran lives and survives it barely. I don't know if he had a Battlemaster trinket for it or not. Sensei, does he have a stun to follow? If only he had a capacitor tone, that would have been perfect. Dalaran does catch up on a lot of health. There's going to be a bloodlust. He actually has a lot of cooldowns rolling. Flesh Cut up for Sensei as he does get behind the pillar. And Dalaran is going to be able to use the Maelstrom he collected with the mana has been able to recuperate to at least catch up on a little bit of health. But against Sensei, unless you could lock him down with a Sunder and a Stun, I think it might be a tough duel for this element enhanced Shaman. And maybe that's something that I noticed for NA Shamans. A lot of you guys use Ascendance with Doom Winds. A lot of the EU Shamans started using like the Lightning Bolt LE Blast build with Ghost Wolves. Like, kind of in preparation for patch 9.2, but also the damage and consistency of that build. Like, if you get a crit with some of those lightning bolts, especially with the Necrolord lightning bolt, it's value. LE Blast is also huge value. Ghost has so much sustained pressure. And honestly, might be better. I mean, on someone has a lot of overwhelming bursts, but for duels, that sustain can be huge. Gonna be a tricky for Dylan, maybe a little early. Oh, Sensei knocking him out of the park with the Rising Sun kick. Taking these boys out. My goodness, 3 kills in a row. That's probably some of the most deadliest bursts from a monk I've seen in a while. I wonder if that's going to be any different in 9.2. Because their tier said, dude, let me tell you, that Fist of Fury is going to hurt. 40% more damage to Fist of Fury is huge. GG Sensei, let's go, boys. Let's get another up and running, boys. I think we can do at least one more for the evening, yeah? Mike in Chicago? Or if you have somebody else making a group as well. It's all just taking time to recognize I did it first. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. You're Chicago, at least on NA, did it first for sure. Or was it Chicago did it first and then EU boys started doing that? Because maybe Chicago was the one to find the meta. I think Chicago might have actually been one of the first, at least for the duels. At least for the dueling lore. I think Chicago was the first one. Because Chicago is the kind of... Chicago is a beauty, man. Chicago tries different builds. So does Ori. I like whenever you guys try different stuff. Whether it works, whether it's successful, whether it's not successful. The fact that you guys tried new stuff is awesome. I want to join? Well, actually, Mother, welcome to my god. We got a team for Mikey, needs a +1. Chicago's ready with 5 to go. I think a lot of the other boys in Team Chicago didn't really get the chance to play. Doing it first. I'm not going to question it, Chicago. I'm not questioning at all. I think, like, so, in duels, I think it did yes. I think that's true. I think you're right. Because I know that a lot of EU boys use it now. But I think you're right on that one. My memory is not that great. You guys know but every time I say something about my memory, I'm forgetful. I am. I really am. It's not like I do it on purpose. I don't try to be forgetful just to be douche. I think you're right though. I think it makes sense because Chicago. What I was gonna say is, I think it makes sense. I think you're right because Chicago does have that adventurous spirit in like trying new stuff, trying different things. I mean, you played Kyrian for God's sake in duels, and you actually blasted with it too. You know what I mean? Chicago's a beauty, man. Chicago got a 5, man. Mikey got a 4 out of 5. We just need a +1 for Team Horde from Mike, and we'll be good to go, boys. Thank you guys so much for joining the stream. By the way, if you guys are enjoying the streams, give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. If you're watching the streams as well as the regular videos, what are you doing? Subscribe as well as hit the bell. Might as well. The murder pony loves ya. Wait, what? Head into my rogue, give me a sec. Ah, man, actually sounds good. Mike still needs a +1. I think I'm gonna go join that next week. I mean, wait, are you actually in Chicago? Murder Pony. Oh, that's what you mean when you say Murder Pony. I didn't realize. Okay, okay. What's up, dude? My man. Hope you have a good one. Hey, I thought, Del, could you forget my birthday? My personal Independence Day and favorite sport car. What the? Wait, is it actually your birthday, Atho? Wait, are you serious? Wait, no, Atho. What day is it? It's February 12th. Is that actually your birthday? Wait a second. Is that for real? Are you even? Hold on. If that's actually your birthday, we gotta celebrate. Hold on. All right, gang. I think we got another one. What arena do we do? Nah. Okay, I was gonna say, because you've been around for a while, Atho. I actually want to be able to celebrate your birthday properly. We got ourselves. What are we gonna do? It is Blades. Okay, I think we do this one. Guardian's working. I'm good. I was drunk last night. What about you? I'm doing good, fam. I'm doing good. You said you forget stuff. Oh, okay. Happy birthday, Pathos, man. Oh my god. I was gonna say, I'll miss that one, I guess. It's kinda, one by me. Alrighty, boys, let's get another duel up and running. One more for the road, yeah? I've been enjoying these a lot, man. Yo, I love the we gotta, I know we have a lot of monks today, but we've had a lot of variety too. I like that. What I think will be good to main for 9.2 PvE and PvP? Knight, I think I'll do a video about picking your class for patch 9.2. And I think I'll go over everything that I like about classes, everything I don't like about classes, and the tier sets, double legendary combinations, some of the opportunities. I think I'll do a video picking your class for 9.2, and I'll go over like all the class changes, all the major ones, and then I'll go over like maybe updates, last minute changes to classes before 9.5. That's definitely for a video for me to work on for the next few days. I think maybe I'll work on it Sunday. Alrighty, boys, let's get it up and running, yeah? The Twitch. We got ourselves Dally over on team 1. Look at this guy. We got ourselves Kaio as a Shadow Prince, Ori as a Boomy. We got ourselves Sensei as a... Oh my god, I guess it's Sensei first for real? We got Chicago over as an enhancement shaman orc. PRF gonna be first up. Let's see what Sensei. Does he go for a trinket out of it? Gonna be a big burst out of PRF. Sensei could be in trouble. Is actually just gonna go for a fortified brew. Get himself a shield to just go for a bit of a reset. As PRF not going to be going under, just sending the images over to Sensei, letting him spin to win. Sensei does go for the BDB of his own. PRF triggers out immediately with a karma. Sensei just has to play it very, very defensively. This is going to be dropping down Ring of Peace to boot PRF back. Try to see if Fist of Fury him down just to parry him out. And Sensei might be a little bit under pressure. Both of the monks roll at the same time. PRF not giving Sensei breathing room at all. Sensei having to rotate through every defensive. There goes a karma. There goes a fuse magic. As he pops to Zoen of his own. Maybe he could make Zoen happen together with a bunch of bursts of his own, potentially. Or maybe he didn't mean to use Zoen. I could be wrong. In-cap onto PRF. Zoen does not break it as Zoen disappears last second. Or maybe Sensei disabled him just to make sure the in-cap did not break. And PRF and Sensei both are pretty spent on cooldowns, but Sensei does still hold on to a trinket, so he always has that backup plan. PRF, he does not have a trinket, but he's also spent. Livestream is available for PRF. If he can only go for BDB, if he can get the opener first onto Sensei, even then, I don't know if that might do. I think it's too much of a chess match when Sensei plays Monk. Might be too much of a chess match. BDB, I don't know if BDB actually hit him. BDB of his own as he trinkets into Lexi. PRF could be in big trouble if Fist of Fury flying. Rise of Sun King does PRF survive, barely survives it. What the hell? He actually has 4 brew. Does get mobility. Gonna be Ring of Peace trying to put him back. PRF needs mobility to get away, get interrupted. Fleshcraft. Oh, Fleshcraft almost let him live. I don't know if Sensei used the touch of death there or not. That Fleshcraft play was really, really ballsy though. I enjoyed it. Windwalker OP looking to get Sensei out of here. Looking to knock him out of the game. He is looking at Sensei who's wounded, without cooldowns, without a lot of ways to deal with the situation. And he's looking at Sensei like, oh, he is so going down. Pop it off for cooldowns. Fireworks going off. Gonna be a karma by Sensei. Actually by Windwalker OP either way, trying to burn through our karma as soon as he can. This is going to be diffused magic, but Sensei without Fleshcraft does recover a lot. That karma helping offset a lot of the damage. Fleshcraft also giving him a lot of that absorbed. His health is just not an issue at all. And Sensei is going to have to wait until the next go. Windwalker piece to hold on to trinkets. So Sensei is either going to have the biggest burst out there versus Windwalker or something. He trinketed in cap, but Lexi Pits. Oh my goodness. Trinket. I think this is where Windwalker OP, not the first time he tried to predict Lexup to trinket as soon as he could. He just jumped the gun just a millisecond too early. Literally, as he pressed trinket, the Lexup came off. So if he just saved it just a millisecond later, he would have been able to time it so perfectly. This man's is just trying to play big brain, but maybe a little too big brain. Maybe a little too big brain. Sensei just getting absolutely rampaged by Dalaran though, not given an opportunity to recover at all. This monk, somebody needs to take him out of the game immediately. Wind Strikes is still flying. Sensei's still alive. Wait, Sensei's still alive. Wait, Sensei's still alive. Wait a second. Oh no. Sensei has a trinket coming back up. Sensei has images back up. Oh no, Sensei was second his BDB back up. Dalaran does not have a trinket anymore. Oh my goodness, Dalaran! Be careful out there, my guy. Sensei's trouble. Oh, this man is just in such a bad spot. Oh no, karma. This is trying to reverse some damage over to the The Earth Elemental, the Hex is going to be up. Dalaran used himself the biggest go out there. Sensei has Zuwen coming up at 50. Does he just Zuwen here too and everything? Going to be in cap as Dalaran tries to go for... Oh, it's almost like he's trying to Ellie Blast him or something. Sensei with Alexia, BDB burst and everything. Dalaran could be in big trouble. Does go for a wall right now, but it's still a lot of pressure with his Thunder onto Sensei. Trying to get himself a heal. Doesn't get himself a bit of Maelstrom healing. Big rising stun kick by Sensei. Trying to blast out Dalaran. Gonna be diffuse magic. As the monk looking to get the hell out of dodge with the Vivify Dalaran. Trying to get himself a bit of healing. It looks like the shaman was able to survive the burst out of Sensei. The monk though still holds on to Trinket. He got images coming back up in 27 seconds. Was Zuwen charging on about 10. 27 seconds on that leg sweep. And BDB is gonna be pretty painful. And Dalaran is not gonna have a Trinket coming back for that BDB. So Sensei, if he plays it like really carefully, there's no way for him to lose that one. At least I don't think there's a way for him to lose. As Dalaran is looking for the monk, finds him. He got Bloodlust. Ascendant's coming back very, very soon. Wolves are available. Wall is up as well. So Dalaran could make a big play. You could potentially make a huge play. Also, the cooldown reduction for Thunder Charge PvP Town is a little funky on live compared to PTR, isn't it? Doesn't feel like it works the normal way. Legs up into Dalaran. Since he's trying to blast him out, does Dalaran have any ways out of it? Oh, just getting kicked into the wall. A Demon Frost yoinking him in blind. Sensei does have a Trinket. Could be huge burst on Demon Frost. Karma immediately. Sensei. Does he pop a 45 group as well? Or not? Gonna be double stun on Sensei with a silence to follow. Demon Frost trying to see if he catches back to him. The grippy hand does not yank him back in. But it's gonna be Chain of Ice on the Sensei. Is slowed down quite a bit. Can potentially break out of those chains with the Tiger's Lust as well as roll. He does also have Dragon Kick in order to keep himself moving. Demon Frost trying to catch up to him. The death that did pop off every cooldown just now is going to have some big bursts every single minute together with a blind as well as Remorseless Winter, Pillar of Frost. But Sensei got cooldowns of his own too. Zuwen joined in. No leg sweep or BDB for a while. Just trying to Fist of Fury and spinning Crane Kick on Demon Frost. He's going to have... actually not... was that AMS maybe? It might have been AMS, but I'm pretty sure the Spell Warden for the Zuwen as that is a non-nature damage. Nice sweep on Demon Frost as he gets stunned with the Remorseless Winter. Does give Demon Frost a little bit of survivability. Flash Cap does get interrupted on it though. I'm going to burn whatever runic power he has on Death Strikes. MBF is up and Sensei looking to end them right now. I don't think he's going to be given an opportunity. Oh, big touch of death. Dude, somebody's going to have to find a way to defeat this monk. Does Demolordor is going to be the guy to do it? Trying to go for a big eye beam onto Sensei. Is going to be able to catch up to him. Sensei porting out of there. And Demo should have the mobility to catch back up to Sensei. This is the only class that has exactly the same ability as a monk. The only class that might even be able to keep up with him. He does also have pretty good damage too. Sensei did melt to a couple of demon hunters earlier today. Like the damage is basically is plenty enough in order to fight through the defense of a monk. Demo though is taking it very, very easy without karma. Trying not to take damage into his flesh cup just yet. Sensei rotating all the defenses in cap with the BDB Demo, but I just have to check it out. It's going to be Metamorphosis as he drops down to Sensei. Fist of Fury, going to be Ivan. It's going to be trapped on Sensei as Demo charges right through him. Sensei popping on 4 brew. Demo is super low on health. Might as well go for Darkness right now. Actually, no health whatsoever. He needs to get a demon spawning in. Does get a demon spawn in. Big heal for him. Sensei getting stunned up. Does Demo have enough damage to finish him off? Going to be Sensei bailing out of this. Still has 4 brew. Let's give him lots of damage reduction. Going to be potential interrupt out of Demo. Not dropping off the platform. Even the BDB, it looks like the Boopity Bop was going to get him out of there. Sensei just trying to get over to the other side of the arena altogether, and Demo is going to be able to catch him. Again, Stretchy Demon Hunter comes into play. Stretch Armstrong over here. As Sensei using jabs onto Kevin Slime just to get away from Demo. And Sensei just trying to go for kills. I think he just hopes to get interrupted so he can Fleshcraft at this point. There goes the Fleshcraft. Demo does not. Does he have an interrupt? He does. He does have an interrupt. And is going to be able to stay on him. Stun onto Sensei. Does he have any way out? Demo, I don't think he has on burst. We're gonna be able to just Sensei with a kick at the very end. 1v5. There it is. There it is, boys. Oh no. Oh no. On Forge. On Forge. Alright. Well, that was a pretty short one. Should we get another one going, boys? Should we go in the end? I don't think you guys should let Sensei go first again. This man's out here, dude. This man's out here. It's just a killing machine. I don't even understand. Can't lose it feels like just run and stun and go. Yeah, they do play a very hit run build. What's up, Soren? How you doing, my man? GG, guys. Yo, thanks so much for coming by, Sensei. Super fun hanging out with you. I'll go last? Okay. Yeah, if you're down to go last, just so everybody on you, I just want the rest of the boys in your team get a chance to play. Because you blast, my guy. You blast. But yeah, if you guys want to go against Chicago Mikey, if you guys see our teams, I'm down to go again. That was a pretty short one. I don't... The reason something beat me is because the starter, I got parry plus my trinket. Macro Earthwood, oh yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah. We're gonna say it's up. Yeah, I feel ya. It can definitely be pretty tough. Yeah, Sensei's... You also gotta give credit. Sensei's mechanically really good at what he does. He's really mechanically good. Like, he's clean. I don't think he's ever has had a misplay at all. Or at least like a misplay. But I could be wrong. No video for him, my man. Too many videos like this. You think so? I did notice that I get whenever I show monks in a good light, I do get a lot of complaints like, oh my god, Dal, stop shooting monks. I see monks in arenas, I see monks in battlegrounds, and I see you uploading monk videos. What is going on here? He's an A, right? Yeah, I'm an A right now. No one's setting up and no groups up. Is it no? We got a group for Mikey. I'm seeing if Chicago has a 5-man. If Chicago has a 5-man, unless they fall apart, I do want to get another one rolling. But you guys, if you see a group up and running, the Chicago looking... Oh, it looks like Palm Tree Cactus is looking for one. Acus. Palm Tree Acus is looking for a 5V5 1v1 if you guys want to join him. Chicago got a group? Alright, let's get in there. My name is Statesman Walker OP. Yeah. I try to flip-flop between one Walker OP and OP. Let's see what arena do we want. We got all the good ones. You know what we haven't done though? We haven't done the good old. Yeah. We got 5, let's go, boys. But it is... Oh, one's just broken? Monks just die in the battlegrounds? True. I think another spec that's really good in duels, that's not necessarily like amazing outside of like 2v2, 3v3 BGs, is a Demonology Warlock. They're insane for 1v1s. Actually just insane. But in 2v2s and 3v3s and RBGs, they're not as scary. Or like random battlegrounds, they're not as scary. They can be, but they're not nearly as scary. But in a 1v1 situation with all the specs, line of sight in like a dueling format, yeah, they are pretty good. Palm Tree, no one's here. Oh, it's a good Vortex. It's all good. Join us if you joined the stream like 2 hours ago, around like 5 p.m. East Coast. So roughly like what, an hour and 53 minutes ago, if you want to be really specific. That's when the groups are starting up, and you can join somebody. Maybe you could have joined Chicago or join the, I think it was Dalaman's group. I believe it is. Or no, I think it's not Dalaman. It was originally Wolfie, but I think Wolfie's on an alt. I think Wolfie is on PRF, maybe. Mikey is one of these guys is Mikey on the right hand side on the team 2. Could be wrong which one. Which got ourselves team 1 together with Delament. We got ourselves Demon Frosty. We got Demo Ledor. I'm gonna call it Demo, but PRF as well as World Walker OP. And that's gonna be PRF getting a trinket on Dally with a leg sweep. This is your Rising Sun kick, kidney shot by Dally as he goes for a vanish. With a reset. This man better not be opening up, right? This is a lot of burst. He barely survived it. He trinketed that in cap. I think I expect the leg sweep, which has happened a couple of times. The players versus monks, and that's gonna be Dally going for a little bit of a flash cap, but the monk sees him, immediately rushes to him, doesn't even give him a chance. And trying to see if he can take him out. Dally not popping evasion. Maybe should use it. Touch of death for that. Cheat death for the touch of death. Really? Smoke bomb? I think he's just dead to chain lightning. Or not? Wait, I'm trying to see if we can waddle over to him. Blind? How is this man's alive? How is this man's alive? How is this man still alive? I'm sorry, what? He just got jabbed in the throat and he's alive. And he's got an opener? No Vendetta. Does Garrote? Garrote breaking the stun though. Kidney shot. How do you get kicked and still live? How does this man kick and get kicked in the face and still live? I don't understand. What is going on? What is happening? Or he popping off with a starfall? What? He's convoking up with Walker OP. Wait, whoa. He's hitting the wrong monk. Oh no. Oh no. I think he understood what's happened. He's like, wait, I'm fighting PRF. Might be. All right, we'll just keep it going. When Walker OP went out, I think to look at the body of the fallen rogue. Oh no, that's unfortunate. Windwalker, the Warriors played that Starburst build. I haven't seen that in a while. Playing Night Fate too, knocking up some of the images for PRF. Going to be Electric with the silence. Oh, PRF could be in big trouble. Trying to pop every defensive. That's going to be Forward Brew as well as Diffuse Magic. Everything but a Karma. Did he trinket this, or he just cast it in his face? Ori with a Starfall. I'm interested to see how Ori and Starfall is going to work, because he's going to be able to get Starfalls and pick up a couple of those Starbursts, knocking someone up in the air. They're just kind of CC'd while up in the air, or he can just pop in a booming from Star Surge immediately. That could be interesting. Barrett's still having a couple of those stars falling on him. It's already gonna go for another reset like that. I think I'm missing over rotation the opener. Yeah, it's gonna happen. I think you gotta open up with a stun though, Malachi. As a rogue, or if you are gonna open up a rogue, technically if you face 75 degrees left or right of the monk, so you're not attacking him, you can go road into like a cheap shot, or go road into like mark for the kidney shot to make sure to maximize your burst. You go road, wait until your goes about tick, and then stun him, so you can maximize your uptime and get some energy back right before you go. It's a bit of a cheesy thing you could do, but this way you're facing 75 degrees one direction or the other, so you don't auto attack him immediately. Otherwise that'll, like, you know, break the sap. But if you go road, it doesn't tick immediately. Gonna be important for PRF as Ori goes for Cyclone. PRF not going in for a trinket just yet. Ori is good opportunity to at least go for a bit of reset. And it's gonna try to pick up a Starburst, but it disappears the last second. So Ori's gonna have to wait it out until he gets some resources. Trying to go for the Tangle Roots onto the Monk with an incap to follow. No more trinket for Ori. Only Barks to keep himself alive. Maybe he can go for Barrel from Roar or something. He needs anything right now. Gonna be a War Stomp with a Soul Shape. As PRF gets silenced with a Root far, far away, and Ori looking for that recovery while in bear form. I am interested what kind of burst Ori's gonna have here with Starburst. I don't know if he'll be able to set up a proper Starburst if PRF put pressure on him though. I mean, it's like you want to spend your resources on a Starfall, but it's gonna be difficult. And it's kind of putting Windwalker OP like, get out of here. I need to fight PRF. You know what? Maybe he's putting him away because he doesn't want to have him out in the open. Because if you convoke and there's somebody nearby, convoke with somebody, target somebody else. I think that's why he's telling Windwalker OP like, get out of here. Yeah, Windwalker OP. If you can just kind of hold tight, just so Ori has the freedom and room to get PRF where he needs him, and then use convoke to make sure he doesn't hit anybody else sideways, anybody else. I think that's what Ori's trying to do. Trinket available for Ori in case he wants to do it. Gonna be a potential trinket with a Roar. PRF doesn't trinket this. It's going to be knocked back with Ori rooting and going to be Tiger's Loss. He's trying to get back to him. Ori's got some resources rolling up. Potentially maybe a big convoke. Is going to be flapping away with Barkskin. PRF is going to be going for Diffuse Magic really, really early. Still Flash Cup sitting on that man. Ori with the Barkskin trying to go for Cyclone is going to be able to land it. And as long as he has line of sight of the rest of that team, he might be able to get the biggest burst possible. There goes a convoke, potentially huge damage. PRF is going to get... It looked like he was maybe going to get slowed down with maybe Ursul's, but that's going to be Karma bursting right through. PRF is nothing. Oh, Ori just burned to a Karma. He needed that line of sight. He went behind the box to make sure he's not going to be attacking the rest of the team one. To make sure all those hits hit that Monk, and he did do it. Silence with onto Dalaran with the Disarm to follow. Ori trying to create some line of sight. War Stomp, maybe a Cyclone? Potentially trinket on Dalaran, trinkets out of it just to make sure he gets a little bit of value of that Ascendance, or you're knocking him back for just a second. Trying to catch a regrowth or two. 5 minutes in the duel, 3% dampening rolling in. And it's going to be interesting. Dalaran and Rory played each other before. There's the most amount of healing classes fighting one another. Outplayed, he did play really well. He did play really, really well. I really wish Convoke, like, Convoke is such a randomized ability, and be able to create line of sight just to make sure you're hitting the target you're looking for. I think that sometimes could get annoying. As a boom kid, I would just get so annoyed by that. In PvP, I mean, it used to be a pretty nice surprise, right? In season 1 in particular, you boomies would press convoke, and you would just get a full moon randomly would hit the healer. You're not even targeting the healer. It would just randomly kill him off. That was pretty fun, but like toxic too, because it's like, wait, I just died to one shot, and I wasn't even a target of it? Nice. Nice juke by Ori. I like that wall charge as a cat form. Look at this guy. Staying mobile, knocking back Dalaran. Is trying to close the gap. And Ori just trying to maximize the range. I think he's just waiting for some cooldowns back. He is playing Incarnation, so he's playing for like the most amount of burst damage possible. Together with Fear of Illusion, and Dalaran is going to be chilling behind the pillar. Ori is going to use some of the totems to maybe get an Eclipse. And that's exactly what he's going to do. Dalaran, I think he's just going to do what he did last duel. He's going to wait into cooldowns. Dalaran this time is running grounding, so you might be able to ground one of the strongest spells from Ori. Or full Convoke for that matter. Ori, again with that other leave, just trying to get past Dalaran, trying to stay away from him, waiting for cooldowns. And he's going to have some totems that he can maybe Wrath. And there's another totem that he could Wrath. Does give himself an Eclipse. It looks like Dalaran just going to play this very, very carefully. Ori does not play Necro with this sim, so he doesn't have the same sustain, but the burst is definitely going to be up there. War Stomp, Convoke the Spirits, Dalaran is silenced, has nowhere to go, can't even interrupt Ori, going to be a wall with the Sunder as he gets out of the Solar Beam, and that's going to be continuous blast by Ori, just standing out in the open, cycloning Dalaran as he's low with the wall. And Ori's picking up one of the Starbursts, maybe he can throw the Starburst into Dalaran, big burst damage, does he have a Star Surge too? Trying to see if he can Star Surge him afterwards, walking next to another of the Starbursts, and Dalaran is going to be able to catch up on healing. Ori is still just pushing at him, just continue to knock him up in the air. It's so good. It's so funny, like that's an ability. It's so good. But Dalaran is going to go for a bit of a reset behind the pillar, grabbing himself a little bit of healing. And Ori, I think it's so hilarious. That's part of his like damage rotation, is to go pick up this shiny little thing and run it just face first into this dude, tackle him and knock him up into the air. Man, with the weapon, yeah, if you got RBG 1800 RBGs, you'll be able to buy it from, I think, Area 52. There's a vendor, which is Ori's weapon. Demo just walking up just to get booped himself. Wait, did you knock him up and knock him back with a Typhoon just now? Wait, you can get some airtime with that. That's kind of awesome. Ori picking up another Starburst. Dalaran doesn't want to go out there. He's like, hey, you know what? I'm waiting until the cooldown's back. This is some weird stuff going on here. You know what I mean? And the Affy gamers in the duels tags. I don't think we had an Affy gamer for the NA tonight. We had Ori and Kaio. That's as close as you're going to get to an Affliction gameplay. You know what I mean? That's as close as you're gonna get there. So far. Maybe the night is still young, so maybe it'll turn around. But Dalaran's sitting mounted up, and Ori is gonna mount up as well, trying to get some dots on a Dalaran. Dalaran has every cooldown available with Ghost Rolls in just a few moments. Does he chase Ori, or does he stay behind the pillar? Does he get Ori to come to him? I guess it's possible. That's going to be Star Spurs falling down for Ori. He's going to mount up while in stealth. Dalaran trying to sit down. Big Convoke. Dalaran, does he have an intro? Oh! What? Bro. Big old Convoke. Knocked the boy up in the air. Just surprised him. Just surprised the man. Quick blind Ori does go for a War Stomp. Demon Frost is so low on health. Wait, Ori gets hit with a stun. Does Ori just end up taking him out? Demon Frost is just yoinking everybody to him. Another stun for Ori. Does he survive with just barks in silence? He can go for Frenzy Regen. A Demon Frost super low on health is going to be sacrificing the gold. How much you use every defense in order to live Ori right now? Silence of Demon Frost as Ori catches himself a little bit of healing. Oh my goodness. That Convoke. That was a little bit of wait until Ori had the full go and full burst available. Yeah, to get Incarn and everything, but that was worth the wait. That was incredibly good. Starfire, as he's actually just attacking the Kevin Slime instead of the Death Knight, knocking the DK up in the air, trying to go for a miniistic as it can, knocking him back. And it's going to be Ori blasting him out with Star Surges back to back. Going to be a disarm as the Death Knight wants to close the gap as Demon Frost throws the snowballs at Ori's face, but the snowball needs to have something to bounce back off of. Otherwise, it doesn't really do that much damage. Chain of Ice onto Ori as Demon Frost has no health at all, and Ori just going for heals with a Fury of Illusion just zapping through the Death Knight. Would Woodwalker OP gonna be up next? Gonna be Ori leaping at him immediately. Woodwalker trying to see if he can target his kick over. Ori has a Barkskin for this. I don't know if that Barkskin is gonna be enough though. Maybe, potentially. Does Ori have a Frenzy Regen? Emergency healing. Does get a Roar. Barkskin was apparently enough. But in the Guardian Affinity, he does have a passive 6% damage reduction, so maybe that's enough for him to survive this. 6% reduction on top of all versatility. I mean, that's pretty good. It's going to be 10 minutes of the duel, 36% dampening. Ori does pick up a Starburst, potentially an Incarnation as well. Does he have, or not Incarn, but maybe Convoke? Maybe you can Starburst with the Convoke. Looks like he's going to knock the Monk up and then reposition to get out of there as soon as he can. Windwalker OP is not going to be able to find Ori. Ori is trying to see if maybe he can make Starfall rain, I think. This is Starfallen. Sometimes it Starfalls, and I can't see an animation until we see a Starburst drop on the ground. I guess it depends whether he has a resource for it. Because he has enough in order to get a Starfall now. There he goes. He is Starfalling. It looks like he's going to get some dots on the Windwalker OP. As he goes for a bit of a reset. Windwalker charging at him. Maybe he wants to get in there. He knows that there's going to be a Starburst knocking him up in the air. He's just going to let it knock it up. I wonder if that BDB does debuff Ori. It did hit the top of the... That BDB did hit the top of the boxes. I don't know if that's enough to actually do damage. Ori picking up another Starburst. Has potentially big damage right now. There's going to be a Cyclone onto Windwalker instead of knocking him up as he goes for that interrupt. So Ori at least using a knockup in order to give himself a little bit of movement. Leaping away from Windwalker OP. Trying to go for a Hibernate onto that Zwen. Zwen disappears and Windwalker OP and Ori are both going for a bit of heal recovery. 12 minutes into the duel with 44% dampener. And Ori is just continuing to blast these boys. So far he's been able to survive the monk damage pretty well. Trying to go for a root versus Windwalker OP instead of winning the stealth. That's going to be Star Surge picked up. Because he has a big star burst. Windwalker OP is going to get blasted out by the Karma into full Karma. It didn't even matter. Ori just blasted with Karma. And then some. Demon Lore is going to be up next. Knocked up in the air immediately. Going to be IB Missouri getting blasted while he's stunned. Oh my. What just happened? Is that because did he just get hit by another Starburst and a Star Surge while Link card is up? Oh, okay. All right. You know, I've seen some videos of people bursting with Starbursts before, but I've never actually seen it in duels until Ori just or just blasted these guys out of here. Oh my goodness. Well, there's that. Wow. Hell of a duel for the day, boys. My goodness. Ori just coming out. Dude, I cannot wait to watch Ori 9-2, man. That's gonna be so good. There's your next video. True, not wrong. Big true. In fact, there's Ori as an Necrolord. Now this you. Ori, you're so fun to watch, man. You're actually a joy to watch. Just the stuff you do is just so out of the box, and I love when it works, man. I love watching it work. Hell yeah. Alrighty, boys. I think we're gonna call it here. It's 7:07. It's about the time for me to get some dinner. And also, I think it's the last week of us being able to play Conan Exiles defending. I'm gonna go and try to defend my base over in Conan Exiles with the guild. Then I'm gonna go work on a video, get something to eat. Thank you all so much for coming by, boys. Super fun hanging out with all of you. Sadly, we couldn't get any PTR gaming today. I was really hoping we'd get some PTR. Next week, I think we'll do a set of PTR games if the servers aren't bugging. The problem with the servers right now is if you're a melee class in PTR and you use certain abilities, like if a Blade Rush is a rogue, or Pistol Shot, or Slice and Dice, or if G-Funk harpoons, or Flanking Strikes, or throws a grenade. And there's a lot of, if you're a melee class, sometimes when you use abilities, the game just disconnects you. Range classes are fine. Melee classes are kind of scuffed. So if that bug is fixed next week, then we can have some duels over in PTR and stuff. But yeah, I thank you guys so much for joining, man. I know it's like the end of a patch 9.15. Like at this point, a lot of people are just waiting for 9.2. But thank you guys so much for joining me, man. I appreciate you. You know, I really do. Hopefully we'll have some more fun and some more boys returning back for 9.2. I'm so excited for the new patch, dude. I cannot wait at this point. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Thank you all. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's all I can say. Thank you. You guys are awesome. I'll see you boys Monday, because tomorrow is Sunday. It's my day off. I'm just going to get the work done. Monday, I think we're going to back up PTR, and I wonder if this bug only works for PvP. I wonder if you can still do Mythic Pluses and stuff with this bug. I could be wrong, but we'll see. Thank you all. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. I'll see you guys all next stream, okay? Alrighty. You guys take it easy. I'll see you all on Monday. Peace.
Go crazy, berserker. Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit.
murder. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. 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 I killed it, it's murder.